Greetings, people of Earth. My name is Rob Whelan. I am an author, game designer, and professional nerd. And today, I am the host of Theater of the Mind Players.
Only today.
Your limited time only. I am the host of Theater of the Mind Players, your friendly neighborhood live streaming group. Theater of the Mind Players is an opportunity for me as a professional game designer to show off some of the great tabletop RPG designs that are out there. Everybody knows Dungeons & Dragons, but there are a lot more games out there to play, and our job here is to show off some of the great stuff that is going on outside of traditional fantasy role-playing. And I've assembled a crew of very talented and exciting folks to play these games here on the show with us. Today, we're kicking off something very special. Our first year of Theater of the Mind Players was a chance to highlight a variety of games, but this is our first opportunity to return to one of the games that we played. And this has by far been the most popular of our shows, and we are very excited to be returning to Masks: A New Generation. We had a ton of fun playing this game last year, both on and off stream. This was one of the games that I played as the game master for our friends here at Theater of the Mind Players back before we decided to give this streaming thing a go. And we had a ton of fun then. We had a great season one full of great laughs, great drama, and great superhero stuff. And we are very excited that we're going to be returning to this storyline with these characters. There is a Christmas energy in the air today because everyone is so excited to return to this game. I wish you could feel it. I'm going to transmit it out through the ether for a few seconds.
There were snacks.
There were snacks. Like... we're very excited to return to the game. So let's get to talking about... let me do a little bit of setup for those of you who might not be familiar. I won't get too deep into it because if you're watching this show and you haven't seen Season 1, go back and watch Season 1. The short version is that Masks is a superhero game that is set in Halcyon City, which is a superhero city that hosts 4 generations of supers: the Gold Generation, the Silver Generation, the Bronze Generation, and the Modern Generation. And each of these vaguely corresponds to a different era of comic books. So if you're a comic book fan, you immediately know what all that stuff means. The characters are members of the Modern Generation, which has not yet defined itself neither as a generation, but that's okay because the characters are still in the process of defining themselves as well. And that's one of the most exciting parts of this game, is watching these characters grow into their adult selves. This particular season takes place about 9 months to a year after the original Masks, and the characters have grown in the meantime, and we'll get to explore some of those elements as we play. So they are a group of teen superheroes under the tutelage of White Owl, who is a masked vigilante type character, who also happens to be the mayor of Halcyon City. So that's the setup. If you once again, go watch Season 1 if you want more. You'll enjoy this element a lot more if you do. What we're going to do right now is we're going to go around and introduce ourselves, talk about who we are, who our characters are, and this is when I dropped this before the show today, everyone kind of had a worried look of what your favorite element from Season 1 was. So to begin, my name is Rob Whelan, he, him. I am an author, a game designer, professional nerd. I am the game master of Masks, so I will be making the moves to counter the moves that the players make to generate drama and interesting story. And I think my favorite moment last year was the reaction of the entire world when White Owl asked if or White Owl suggested the idea that Arate was off of the team because of what happened in the first episode.
What? I don't remember that.
It's maybe because you blacked out.
Accurate.
But you can feel the entire room go, what? And that is the feeling that you as a game master want. Like that is the injected directly into my veins feeling of pulling a story element that players immediately lean forward and are like, tell me more. What are we doing? What's going on here? So, who on my hands wants to go first? I'm gonna let you pick.
Does that mean I go first or second? Okay,
See, this is why you need to.
Hi, I'm Tawny P. Thompson, she, her, and I am playing Little Sparrow. Sorry.
Wait, is it Death Dude?
Nope, it's just Sparrow. I forgot to erase that, and I was reading off my sheet. I am playing Sparrow, also known as Quinn Elliott, who is the protege of the White Owl. And my favorite moment from last season was my moment of truth when I ripped apart a spaceship and shocked the White Owl back to life.
The moment of truth is a fantastic mechanic where that's that like it says in the title, it's that part where the character takes a bold step forward into adulthood and into responsibility, and that was a fantastic scene.
Hi, I'm Ethan Eichstedt Anderson. I am playing Figment, also known as Francis Bishop. He is the... What? Oh, him. He is the delinquent. And my favorite moment was probably when I finally decided to try to fight someone and failed every one of my rolls.
Yeah.
Sort of an all-encompassing
so
stage throughout the entire
Yeah.
show.
Ethan's own running gag that wasn't supposed to be a gag.
Sometimes those are the best ones.
Hello, I'm Jordan Fishburne, she, her. I am Palamusa, the latest iteration of Arate. My favorite moment from last season was when I finally established myself as the newest member of the Legacy, and obtained the shield and headgear that are magically accessible once you finally break through and become worthy.
Was that a moment of truth for you, or was that just?
It was not.
All right.
It was just me
It was just
leveling
dramatic
up.
as shit.
Well, I advanced my potential,
right.
and I was able to unlock the remaining 2 powers of my suite. Of course, I was always beautifully godlike the entire season, but
Jordan got a Jordan.
yeah. It's just an interesting power to have. It's an interesting
I mean,
power.
I could have taken it, but you know that one. I was like, yeah, throw that in there. Why not? And our final member at the table.
Hello! My name is Tony Cheek. He, him. I am playing Horizon, aka Sean Braddock. My favorite was I'll have to go with my moment of truth as well, when Horizon sacrificed his AI mom to destroy the big bad Gold Standard, who also was AI.
I do find it. I love the fact that everybody actually chose their own like moments. I was so it'll be interesting to see how the rest of the crew handles that out there of like, because I'm sure if you haven't, I'm hoping that when people realize that we're doing these, that they do go back and rewatch and re-listen. Because I know we all.
Oh yeah, spoiler alert.
Oh right. This is season 2. What are you doing?
Rob already told them to go back.
Yeah.
We still should have said spoiler alert before we said the thing.
I don't know why
he
you would
did
not, but
say
Tony has a
favorite
point of,
moment
I don't
of
know
the
why
last
you would
season.
go,
Yeah.
season 2. Clearly, I don't need to watch season 1.
And Rob did also say what was your favorite moment of last season, which kind of, I mean, it was actually the very first episode when I introduced my character.
quick, you have to drop a bigger spoiler on top of it. Like, in Sixth Element, he was a ghost. Or,
Yeah.
Six
He was
elements.
dead the whole time.
He was a space ghost the entire time.
Oh my god! The cab was a ghost.
Was he going coast to coast?
Was.
As a ghost.
Ghost cab.
Right, it's a Brad show. See, there you go, fixed it.
All right. Okay. So, let's get started here.
I have a question.
Yes. Let's not get started.
Ah, question.
White Owl's tumor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What about it?
It's not the tumor.
Was it a lie or not?
It got iffy in the
Your boy
last
needs to
episode,
know.
I think.
Your boy.
Maybe you should ask her about it. I'm sure she'll tell you.
Oh, Haba.
There we go.
Nice.
Okay.
There we are.
There we are.
Now we can start.
All right. So our story opens today in the Halcyon City Museum. It's one of those grand old buildings with like lions out in the front. I think there is actually a like a topiary garden in front of the museum where different topiary bushes have been kind of cut into different figures from Halcyon City history. Whereas inside the building, it's a little more of a traditional museum. Excuse me, where we pan past the the giant dinosaur exhibit, and we there's a school group that scuttles across the front of the panel of kids going to the museum for the first time, and then and actually I think we trail them as the museum employee is talking about one of the richest collections of natural artifacts in the entire world, donated by several of the very heroes that make Halcyon City the most unique place in the world to be. And one of the kids raises their hand and yes, Maya. Where's the superhero stuff? I'm sorry, the superhero stuff. Like the masks, or the Centurion's lightning gun, or I'm very sorry, Maya. That's part of a different museum. So we deal primarily here in natural history and the sciences, and you look very disappointed, and I'm very sorry, but it's okay, because there's a lot more learning that you can do outside of the world of superheroes, even if you won't be seeing any today. And then there is a strange chord.
She's gonna see some superheroes today.
Spoiler alert!
What the hell?
It's okay, Maya. Arite actually rode this dinosaur. It's okay.
Bwang, bwang. A two-note guitar riff echoes through the relative science of the museum.
It's the dude from Fury Road.
Bwang, bwang. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want each and every one of you to get down on the ground and get ready to be serenaded by the criminal stylings of Scarlet Songbird.
Of course it is.
Oh.
Bwang, bwang. And the henchmen behind him, after he plays that riff again, go bwang, bwang. And they start going to the
I'm so amused.
I don't want to hit this guy too hard. I don't like it.
Oh no, I want to punch him so hard.
And the criminals start smashing display cases, and each of his henchmen is dressed in a simple domino mask with a a black turtleneck and black pants, and each of them has one of them has a circle on the front of his chest. One of them has a circle that's more of an obvious note. One of them has a like an arc symbol and a dot underneath it. The songbird, for those of you who are watching the video, looks like this. You can look him up on the internet, but he's very much a villain in a very classical sense. So, heroes, how are you going to stop him from looting the museum of its natural treasures?
I would like
Are we
to.
there as the school group, or
You tell me. If this is you...
I'm not.
I would like to say that I'm already suited up, and the way that I introduce is I just unplug his amp.
Hey, you get away from that there, Sonny.
Hello. No, I will not.
From the other side, sounding a little out of tune there, Scarlet Songbird.
She knows how to play this game, boy. That was a good comeback.
That's fair.
So describe what your character looks like.
So my character is very much decked out in a sort of Tron suit. However, it's not black. It is more of a purplish, pinkish kind of hues of the sunrise on the horizon, hence his name. So he is standing there, got a helmet on, and just kind of swinging around the amp cord.
All right. Well, I don't need that silly thing anyway, because you see, this guitar has got me some magical powers.
Oh God, he's hopped up on acid.
Wang! And instead of the rich guitar tones, everybody feels this strum kind of rattle in the back of their teeth. Mm-hmm. So much so that one of the cords that are suspending the T-Rex head above the opening of the museum start to sway and rattle, and they snap, and the T-Rex head starts swinging down towards that school group of kids.
I jump in, doing a sick-ass roll, and come up with my shield, full extended, beautiful gold, wonderful, with, you see my head just peek slightly over with my big, massive, curly hair, and just a gold faceplate.
Okay.
Just also running around the back of my head
Okay.
for my headdress and my shield, and I just defend the school group from the falling.
All right, that sounds like you're making a move here.
It is.
So when you defend someone or something from an immediate threat, roll 2d6 and add your savior rating to it.
Hell yeah. Wow, that sucks.
First roll of season 2 sets the mood.
Oh, we didn't team. Can I assist?
Hold on.
I don't.
I rolled a 2.
Yeah.
Oh.
And my savior is plus 2.
I just don't want to smash the dinosaur head. Those things are priceless and really expensive.
Double check.
Don't worry, it won't smash.
Oh, this only says if I defend a teammate, so I guess that's not,
Okay.
that's not gonna happen.
That means that in this style of game, which is a Powered by the Apocalypse game, there are essentially 3 outcomes. When a player makes a move and rolls dice, they roll a 10 or better, they get to do what they want, and they generally get to do some kick-ass stuff. Mm-hmm. If they roll a 6 or less, I get to do what I want, and that usually she's like, this girl right here. I generally get to do what I want, which is going to be to complicate their life. But they also get to mark potential, which means they get to gain experience.
I'm gonna sure level up real quick.
If they roll a 7 or a 9, I get something and they get something, and there's it's usually a complicated success or maybe a failure, but a thing. So I'm gonna give you a decision to make here.
Cool.
Do you want to destroy the T-Rex head, or do you want to take a condition?
I'll take a condition.
Oh,
Sure.
It's the beginning of the very first fucking episode.
I know, that just means you have more time to get rid of your condition.
The dinosaur's dead. He doesn't need it.
Oh, I
Wow.
will.
Tawny feels very strongly about this, Jordan.
She can do whatever she
I
wants.
like museums.
She can feel however she wants
Dinosaurs.
to
And
feel.
priceless.
I agree.
Hard to replace.
I'll
Probably plaster, but still.
destroy the dinosaur.
Oh my god!
I
You said it. It's priceless. It
I feel like I have to give Tawny a condition.
I think you do, yeah.
As a character choice, I don't really see what's so special about a dinosaur head. If they want, I can maybe try to find a griffin skull.
Get the
replace
Griffins.
it.
It's fine.
That actually is very in character. Yeah.
So
Griffins don't exist.
crash. The dinosaur head smashes into Erite's shield and splinters into 1,000 pieces. And all of the
Sparrow just break down like, no!
I think it's definitely an oh my god, Arite, what the fuck did you do?
there is the kids are showered in dust and splinters, and I think like all of them are cowering except for Maya, who's like got dust face and it's just like, that was cool.
And I turn around and say, stay in school, kids.
I would like to attack the Scarlet Songbird for causing this, but as I do so, I say, all right, Scarlet Songbird, you've gone too far. The Talon has arrived.
No.
No.
That's what I said. I said what I said.
And I said, Arite said, no.
Oh, we thought we settled this.
It's a little bird centric for my taste.
We work under the owl.
But
You're
Sparrow,
also
throw him off his
a
beat.
bird.
Okay, so now that you are entering battle against a dangerous foe, let's talk about
Team
team pool.
pool.
So we have, did we do markers for team pool? I just marked it, didn't I?
I think we had,
Techmaster Brad was keeping track of it,
No,
but yeah,
we
just
thought we had
tick marks.
tokens.
Did we?
I thought we had
No,
tokens.
no, I think I
No.
just was marking it.
Okay.
We can probably.
We can figure out tokens later.
we'll
so
just hold
um,
up however many we have in our hands.
well,
at
so,
all times.
at the
We
start of
want
every session, you start with
Can we
one.
bring back the ting.
We could actually. I don't have any things to ting in it though.
Oh,
No.
We'll get some for after
I
break.
could grab my metal dice.
After break.
Blang! Yeah. You start with one. You have three because you get two when you add battle to or enter battle with dangerous foe. Does the leader of the team have influence over every other teammate?
I don't have influence over everyone. No.
Nobody does, so
Okay.
it's a no.
Does everyone have the same purpose in this fight?
To defeat the Scarlet
Stop,
Yeah.
stop the
Songbird
Scarlet.
yes.
Stop
Okay.
the.
save the children.
Yeah. Speak words.
Well, we've already done that.
Stop the Scarlet
in theory.
Songbird.
So that's 4 team total. Does any team member mistrust the leader or the team?
I don't mistrust anyone.
Do we
right
all
now.
leader?
mistrust
I'm the
everyone
leader,
at this moment?
so- I don't mistrust anyone right now.
One of you is evil in the future.
Yeah,
I don't mistrust anyone at this moment.
Don't be a dick.
Okay, so Ethan mistrusts people. Segment.
Are you mistrusting people?
No.
Okay.
I was about to say, of all the characters, you were the
Right,
one that
for
didn't
Lord's
seem
sake.
like.
And if your team is ill prepared or off balance, remove a team. So I think we're at 4 to start
Okay.
with.
Are you here?
We have 4
Or did you
picks.
pre-run
I will
away?
be.
All right. So it sounds like you're directly engaging the threat
I
of
am
the song.
doing so.
All right. So that means you're going to roll plus your danger.
Danger. 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
So on a
One of those was
Yeah, I know.
so on a 10 plus, you pick 2 of the choices.
I would like to take his guitar and resist or avoid his blows.
Okay. So these
And then can we play keep away? I'll yell, Figs, go long! And toss
Okay.
it. Because we've been training together, right? But
Yes.
Oh no.
No, we
We've
are.
been training. Never mind. Well, I'm gonna throw it to him again. You've been training.
Songbird is going to take insecure. Why do they always take my ding dang guitar?
Well, you make such a big deal out of it. Figs, go on.
I would like to just appear over there, catch the guitar,
Okay.
and then directly appear above his head in the air, dropping down at him.
Okay.
Yeah,
Are you gonna El Kabong him with the guitar?
Yes.
Yeah. Come on.
All right. Well, before you do that, he does get to make a move.
Son of a birch.
I don't think so.
Like he's cutting words.
Mock him viciously.
I was gonna say vicious mockery, or the vicious laugh. Tasha's vicious laughter. Would be dope right now.
Tasha's hideous laugh.
Tasha's hideous laughter. That's it. Thank you.
That's a great
It's
spell.
so
Yeah.
creepy.
Maybe just like a kidney punch. I don't know.
So you appear above him with the guitar ready to strike, and he whirls and says, "That's why I don't need to be holding my guitar to play it no more." And he wiggles his fingers, and colorful magical energy appears on it and starts to correspond to strings on the guitar, and he starts to play.
That's cheating!
And you feel kind of sleepy, boy. What are you going to do?
I guess I would try to get far enough away where I can't hear it.
Oh, so you're not going to push through and still try to engage him?
Ooh.
Also, don't, if you do run away, don't take the guitar, because that's where the music's coming from.
That's a good point. Yeah, I guess let's try to smash it.
Okay, so directly engage that threat.
Get it. Yeah.
Big man smash. Less danger?
9.
Yeah,
Okay,
hell
so
yeah.
you get to pick one of those.
Wait, is he smashing the guitar?
Mhm.
Oh, this is where Tony's like, no.
Let's create an opportunity.
Okay.
So my thought is, while I'm trying to do it, he's fighting against it, basically not paying attention to everyone else.
Okay. Well, I think what happens here, because you rolled a partial hit, is you do fall asleep, but instead of El Kabonging him, you just bump right on top of it. And that's going to give him the hopeless condition. Boys, get on over here and get this young blood off of me.
I wouldn't do that if I were you. And I'm gonna intimidate them.
Well, let's.
Okay.
Tony is the one person who hasn't made a move yet. So
Oh yeah, I haven't.
So,
So you want to stop the henchies, maybe?
Yes, I would like to stop the henchies.
All right. How do you want to do that?
Stop the head cheese.
So what am I currently looking at?
You
I
tell me.
prefer to be called hench person.
Okay.
So the henchmen have got sacks of loot over their shoulder, and they are running over towards Scarlet Songbird and Figment. Are kind of tangled up together.
Okay. I would like to sort of take two that are running,
Okay.
and I would like to do one of those cool moves where I kind of like jump up, turn horizontal, grab one guy's head, and the other with my legs, and just flip them both.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. That sounds like you are maybe unleashing your powers a little bit if you're trying to take out two at once.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay. So when you unleash your powers to overcome an obstacle, reshape your environment, extend your senses, roll plus freak.
Shit. Okay.
You've made a huge mistake. Uh-oh. It's hiding!
Ah!
What did you do?
I got.
Ooh!
hell
I
yeah.
got a 10.
a negative
Okay.
1 on freak right now.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, you do. So you do your cool Matrix move, your
Yeah.
luchador Matrix move here,
Yeah.
jumping up in the air and grabbing one with your hand and the other one between your legs and doing a head scissors flip over, take down, sending them sprawling out onto the museum floor. And in the interim, Songbird has unwrapped himself from Figment, and he says, and he lets out a yowl and says, "You young people today don't respect the elderly. That's the problem with things going on. You don't listen to good music. You don't open doors for people no more. And you don't let prominent supervillains just take what they want." That.
Are you a Trump
Figment.
supporter?
Okay, boomer.
Yeah, I was about to say. Figment, isn't that new term okay boomer?
Nice one, Eric. Good one.
He books it out the front door when there is a resounding crack, and he comes, skidding back across the marble floor into the museum, completely knocked out. And there is a figure illuminated in the doorway for a second, and by staring out into the daylight, it takes you a moment to adjust to see who it is, and you realize it's a familiar face and a familiar form. It's Helix.
Bam, bam, bam.
I almost dropped my shields on the ground.
I'm
Like-
back, baby.
And that
Helix?
is where we'll take our first break in our first episode of Masks Season 2. We'll be back after these messages to reveal more about the mysterious reappearance of our good friend Helix. We'll see you then. And welcome back to Act 2 of the first episode of our second season of Masks. We are joined here at the table by a very special guest, our very first Theater of the Mind Players alumna. This, of course, is... was that an alumna move? I don't know.
No, that was
So, when we talked about that we were going to be playing Masks with the original casts, we weren't joking. We were able to secure the services of our wonderful friend and very talented actress.
her services didn't come cheap.
Yeah, Tony's seen some things.
As have I.
That
It involved snacks.
and we're going to let her introduce herself, and this is the same format as the first act. I know you just got here. Which is introduce yourself, introduce your character, and what your favorite part of last season was.
Sounds great. Hello, everybody. I am Danielle Bryn. I am a she/her, an actor and voice actor. I am originally from Milwaukee, but now I'm located in Atlanta, Georgia. So if you're out there, give me a jingle on Instagram or Twitter. I always love to meet new gaming people. My character is Helix. Helix is the bull, which is a nearly impenetrable exterior with a very mushy, disastrous, emotional interior. And I think my favorite part from last season was when Sparrow asked me to help her with Cohen, her the guy she was dating at the time.
That went so well.
It was spectacular.
I mean,
He went with you to the dance.
Yeah.
The bathroom
This is
texting.
so-
Yeah, the bathroom texting and then the later phone call because Helix got to feel like a person. And that was really important. Should I say what happened when last we saw me? Or
Well, I can talk about that.
Right.
When we saw Helix, she was sacrificed herself in a battle to prevent losing my words here.
Demon
she's
ghost. Baby doll?
Right,
Dream
ghost
killer.
baby doll, dream killer, from doing some bad stuff to Halcyon City, and she has, as far as the rest of the heroes know, been sequestered away in Elysium on Mount Olympus to recover from the sacrifice and
Not conscious.
unconscious. Yes.
Less than awake.
And so this is a shock
Comatose.
to everyone and that's part of the team, because as far as nobody has told you, oh, she's fine now, or oh, she's awake, or anything like that, and she has just shown up to this battle to finish it. We now return you to what's going on in the museum. Everyone is staring at you like you have something on your face, or like maybe you got some mustard on your shirt or something.
Arete,
How long have you been awake?
A minute.
How?
like an actual literal minute, or like
No,
like the figure of speech that the kids are saying these days?
like a vigor of speech. It's been
Like you woke up this morning.
yeah.
Yeah.
I got up this morning, brushed my teeth.
Helix, who brought you back to this plane of existence?
Yeah, like how did you off the mountain with the gods and the
I was where?
You were in Elysium.
What's Elysium?
Did you not wake up in Elysium?
No,
where did you wake up?
Wait,
in my bed?
What?
to her, no time has passed, you guys.
Is Elysium not real?
What, guys? What are you
You're
talking
making it
about?
up.
I'm very
Helix, it's
confused.
been like a year.
What?
Okay, to the aviary.
Here,
Because maybe the children shouldn't hear this.
Yeah.
Um
Maya is enraptured by it.
here, join me on the chariot.
Okay.
I will tie up the Scarlet Songbird and call the cops, and I'll meet y'all there.
I mean,
Woohoo! Woohoo!
he's totally
Oh, God.
unconscious. So.
Hello?
Quinn,
Yeah?
did you forget about our lunch date? This is your mom. And this was the day where you were going
Oh,
to finally
God.
tell her that you were.
Yes. The thing happened. There was a thing with the mayor with the benefit.
Mm-hmm.
What's Elysium?
It's the home on Mount Olympus.
No,
The benefit for
it's fine. You just
Like the god, like
comatose children. Who I'll be there.
You're joking,
Give me
right? This is a
15 minutes. 15 minutes.
All right, 15 minutes.
Love you, Mom.
Bye.
Bye. Guys, I have to have lunch with my mom, and I can't put this one off. And,
Here, I go and tie up Scarlet Songbird and kick him into the back of the chariot. We'll
Don't-
drop him off at the police station on the way.
okay,
Where-
give me like
well-
an hour.
Where do you need to go?
Wait, what about all the henchies?
I can just take you there.
Would you? Oh my god, that would be
Wait
so
for-
dope.
Like
Yeah.
Songbird, because he has powers, you
Yeah.
probably want to take
Yeah.
him to the Spike
Yeah.
as opposed to like the
Yeah.
cop shop, whereas the Halcyon City cops can round up.
Okay.
Half
I guess
note
this
and-
is going to be dropping him off at the jailhouse rock. Is that a good reference? Is that
Can you take me to insert fancy restaurant
Wow.
here?
Yes.
You said that so deadpan. I thought.
that was dry as a martini go now.
It's been a year?
Okay, y'all give me like an
Yes.
hour, and I'll meet you at the aviary.
Please hold the questions. We'll cover everything once we get there. Let's make sure we get
Do you,
these.
do you need to
men
change
dropped off.
first?
Yes. Yeah. Yes. I should do that.
No, I
But
think
not
she-
right here in front of all of these people.
Okay, so what's the plan? Where's everybody going now that you have?
He's gonna plop me
Mhm.
off at the restaurant.
Okay.
Bloop.
I'm
And-
dropping Songbird off at the Spike.
Okay.
I suppose I could wait for police. Or is
Yeah,
that not a good
henchman.
idea?
You do what you
The
want to
hench person.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on the henchmen.
Okay.
Where am I going?
I invited you onto the chariot with me
Okay.
so we can drop him off, and then I'll bring you to the aviary.
Okay.
We've changed the passcode since you last were there.
It's now 1, 2, 3, 4, 6.
Yeah.
It's backwards. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
No, it's 6969.
Felix actually
Wait,
said that right
it's
away.
69420.
Second season. More horny and more bitches.
That's why we always giggle when we type it in. Yeah.
Like you're the cleverest team in the world. No one's gonna get this one.
Oh, man.
I imagine that right now actual teenagers are like, oh my god, they don't even know about it. And there's like 3 different like Fortnite or other
Yeah,
references.
yeah.
That,
Fortnite isn't in with
You're
teenagers
right, you're right,
anymore.
They're more
There's-
into D&D
they're
now.
more into
It's all
D&D now, which
it's
is
all
weird.
Minecraft again and D&D.
It came back?
It did.
Okay, I didn't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, did you not
What,
see that?
D&D
There
or
you go,
Minecraft?
teens.
I didn't know
We have
Minecraft was
one
back.
person that knows what's going on.
I didn't know.
No,
either.
we don't. We don't.
Alright. So you're gonna wait for the you're gonna wait for the cops with the henchies. You guys are going to drop off
Mhm.
Songbird, and then you are going to conspire to.
I'm having
Oh,
I'm
shirt.
having dinner with her mom.
Can someone text the owl?
On it.
Thank you.
Beep, beep,
What
beep, beep,
are
beep.
you texting the owl? Oh,
That
about that.
Helix is back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Before I text the owl, I try to call my aunt. But I don't know if she answers, just whenever that's a good time to
Okay. Okay. Okay.
go ahead.
Let's do which
We're supposed to
split
send a
up scene?
raven. I'm
There's
out
a lot
of minutes.
stuff. I
They're
don't
so
have a
old school that
phone.
they didn't even
Some-
upgrade to like regular cellular
Oh no, I
data.
think you can. I
They're
think you can
still
still
using
call
minutes.
your aunt because she, in theory, exists in the mortal realm.
Yeah.
Like you probably can't text your. You probably can't text Zeus.
No.
Like,
For
That's
him,
her.
you have to send a
I
dove.
do love the information.
Holding
like,
an olive branch.
Zeus is just like, what the hell is this? I don't know. I'm Zeus.
Did I hit answer? Hello?
His fingers are so big,
Yeah.
he hits 2 buttons every
Or he
single
keeps,
time.
His phone's always fully charged because he keeps.
Yeah.
Zap.
Well,
All he can text
Zap.
is eggplant emojis.
Yeah. Eggplant,
Penis,
peach,
penis.
water drop.
Water He just copies and pastes it.
this was a lot easier when I could just have my children erupt from my head.
He only needed to impersonate a swan or a bull a couple times, you know?
I was going through a phase. I was experimenting.
The whole
It was a thing. It's-
your boy.
Okay. So, what scene do I want to do? I think I'm gonna do you guys first. So let's do that scene. So we cut to the chariot arriving, and you thump Scarlet Songbird, and you've got him tied and gagged, and
I make sure one of the guards actually comes out. I give them a brief debrief of where he was attacking so that when the other hench people get rounded up, it can be,
mhm.
one thing. Very process oriented. But then as soon as he's in, I call Arete.
Okay.
Well, Aunt Estrella.
Aunt Estrella, who does she answer? I think the phone rings for a few seconds. Are you doing anything while you're waiting for Aunt Estrella to maybe pick up?
Heading one with Pegasus.
Do I have a phone on me?
You don't have a phone on you, but you do have one of the owl communicators, which is how you knew about.
But I can't use it to look up any news or confirm the date or anything like that.
Did we establish that you could probably talk to the owl computer on it?
You probably could. Yeah, you could probably use the owl hoot to do that.
Yahoo.
Like it's not
Yeah.
it's not ideal because like it doesn't have your settings and it's
Are we calling it Yahoo?
Yahoo.
Great. Okay.
Yahoo.
the
Oh
Yahoo.
my God.
Okay, so I like furiously
Yahoo.
turn it on and I look at it and I'm like, Yahoo!
Woohoo!
What year is it?
Can it be like the same year, just in December?
Is the best of there?
Let's
Yeah.
probably
It's
2020.
still 2019. No, just sorry, joking. Joke.
Ooh. And then a text message appears that says, "We're not able to connect to the owl computer at this time. Please try again later."
Put the shirt, Rob.
Damn it!
Did you pay the bill?
Can I use your phone?
It's still ringing. It's still ringing.
Oh my god, is there anybody? I have so many questions, and I know you told me to wait for questions, but I have so many questions!
Estrella's voicemail picks up.
Aunt Estrella, please give me a call back. Felix is here. And then I just hang up and then call Owl.
Can I yell at it again? What month is it?
Can I just answer that?
Yeah.
Because I'm waiting.
Yeah.
Is it December?
No, it's January of the year after.
It's January 2020.
No.
Yes. I grab a newspaper off of the front stand at the Spike.
I just open it up and I look at the date.
Well, I thought you were still waiting for you're not texting and charioting, are you?
I'm not. We're still parked in front of the Spike.
No, the museum then. Because did you?
She dropped everyone off at the
Yeah.
Spike.
Oh, okay.
I grabbed
Okay.
Scarlet, dropped him
I'm
off
sorry.
at the
I'm
Spike.
sorry. I'm sorry.
And they were doing that.
I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about doing that with the.
Plus, technically, the Pegasus are flying, not me. So
Also, it's probably Bluetooth capable by now, so. Chariot, text the White Owl.
And I'm just scanning the newspaper in disbelief. I'm looking around to see if everybody's punking me or something, and they put, I'm trying to find any signs of this is not real.
Should have done that.
Because Helix,
the year is 2048.
because Helix cannot comprehend. And then she hasn't even noticed her hair until this point, and she runs her hand through her hair and she goes, "Oh my god!"
It's longer for you podcast
Oh yeah, when's she gonna
listeners.
notice that Sparrow shaved off half of her hair?
I think she was a little distracted.
know. We swapped.
Go for owl.
Yeah.
We have a situation. This is Arite reporting in.
Yes, I know it's you, Arite. Each owl hoot is keyed to a very specific genetic code sequence.
Hooter.
Oh my god. Helix is back.
I almost called it a hooter. I was like, wait, nope, wrong.
Helix has arrived back.
I'm sorry. Repeat again, Arite.
Helix has arrived back. We're doing initial follow-up, but we haven't been able to gather more information. We're taking her to the aviary now, and we'll...
Negative.
Why not the aviary?
We don't know that that's actually Helix.
Is it the owl?
I want you to confirm her identity before you bring her into the aviary.
Understood.
What is going on?
Arite out.
What did she say? And Helix is like, "Why are you being weird?"
I'm thinking. Okay.
Well, you're the team leader. This is what you should be.
Arite's just like,
Yeah.
wait, I need to think of a proper lie. Hold up.
Yeah.
Well, let's
mask.
Yeah.
let's actually cut away,
Yeah.
and we'll go
Alright.
to.
Hey, Figs, do you want to come
So-
to lunch?
Well, we're cutting to you popping into the restaurant, so you don't have to
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're dressed in civilian clothes.
Figs, do you want to come to lunch?
Sure.
You
don't.
can do it.
Cool.
You don't
That's
mind?
good. No, that's great.
Are you still in your? Well, you can delinquent
Yeah.
into
Yeah.
civ clothes.
Delinquency.
All right. So what? Where did you decide to have this? Like, I'm assuming you've set this meeting.
Mid-level upskill.
Masijos.
Masijos.
What is the Sijos?
Masijos from the IT crowd?
Oh. Okay.
No, not Masijos.
When you're simply ready. Yeah, that one. Okay.
Yeah. I think probably just sort of a mid-level
Mid-upscale. Blues egg.
upskill.
What's that?
Blues egg.
Yeah, or like, maybe
All right,
brunch. It's like Sunday morning oh no, there was a school field trip, whatever. Brunch. It's brunch.
It's brunch. So, I feel like this is okay, because the whole point we want to expand it. This way we can have 2 locations where we can eat besides Dr. Pepperoni.
Ah.
Why would you ever
My
want
favorite
to eat
restaurant in
anywhere?
Madison is the Green Owl.
Yeah, that's too on the nose.
I know. It is really tasty.
But I do feel
Women
like
and
it's
years.
called something like
Heroes Rest.
no, like it's like the daily special.
Nice.
And it has it's like everything in Halcyon City is touched a little bit by the supers. Like there are superheroes throughout the entire world, but because Halcyon City is sort of the where many of them, if not all of them, have grown up, there's a little bit, and I think here the wait staff have like the classic black black shirt, black pants, but I think they each have a mask that they wear. I was gonna say cape, but I feel like that's like some kind of health thing.
No capes.
But they have the mask, and they decorate the mask
With their flair.
Yeah, that's their 47 pieces of flair is how they decorate their mask. So you come into the place, and there is the hostess looks up and says, "Hi, do you have a reservation?" And she doesn't have a mask, but she does have a very tiny top hat that looks a lot like the Figment top hat on her head.
She got a figs crush. Hi, yeah, we're meeting my mom. She's probably already in there.
What's the name?
Elliot.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
And she scoots through, and your mom is on her phone, of course.
Her trust phone.
No, she had to upgrade to a different phone
brand.
because
that's probably for the
those
best.
stopped working for some weird reason.
Good.
Yeah.
Just like heads up, like warning, just straight up. The reason I called this meeting with my mom is because I'm going to tell her that I'm pregnant today, so it's gonna be really awkward and weird.
Why
Thanks for
are you
inviting
gonna
me.
tell?
Because it's time, and she needs to know when it's time.
Why am I here?
Because I
Is this
feel
your
like...
boyfriend?
No,
Says
hey
your mom
mom.
as she
Hi.
looks up.
This is my friend Figs.
Yes, we're dating.
No, we're not. Oh my god. Why did I invite you?
Wonderful.
Why did you?
Yeah, that's a good.
Because I felt like he deserved to be included, and now he's
You
backfiring on
clearly
me.
made a huge
and
mistake.
I made a huge mistake. And no, we're not dating.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't. I guess I shouldn't assume that's I don't want you to feel like you can't bring your friends around, because my mom did that to me all the time, and just assumed that anytime I brought over a friend that we were hooking the up.
Oh my god.
That is some choice slang.
Emma
Is
Elliott
that-
is an icon.
Is that not right?
Well,
Okay. This is well.
it was close, Mom.
It was close.
All right. Well, no, please sit down. Like Quinn rarely introduces me to her friends, and
This is
So-
Figs.
Figs? Is that short for something?
Francis.
This is Francis.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god. Good job, team leader.
So how did you meet Quinn?
Uh,
Are you a friend? Are you a friend from school? Are you
we
a friend
are
from?
a karate friend.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, this is going so poorly.
That's not actually that bad of a.
We are a
excuse.
karate friend. Are there
Can you
multiple?
keep the coffee pouring over here? Good.
Is that a slang term?
No.
Not that I know of.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. It sounded like a slang term. It sounded like
Well,
maybe
you-
that was the thing where
You know I do karate, so.
right, but like
That's why I
karate friend sounds like you like to chop each other, you know, or something like that. Like we used to call it friends with benefits.
Oh my god.
This is me turning into a Nosferatu and slowly.
Yeah.
This is
So
where the
so he
Homer-
just literally is a karate friend. This isn't like a you just got okay. Well, so you you study under Pleasant Heavenly Master too?
I don't.
He with the other school, so kind of like friendly rivalry.
Gonna start my fan fiction now.
Well,
It's a friendly rivalry.
okay.
Does Archive of Our Own
It's
exist
the other
in this
dojo. He
universe?
studies at the other dojo.
Okay.
And
So how did you meet? Was it a
okay, so yeah, just with the fighting with one of the competitions, and we fought.
wait, there was a competition?
Yeah, you missed it.
That was the one like 3 months ago. No, you remember?
I remember.
Uh-huh.
Oh, so but there hasn't been one since then.
No.
Okay.
Nope,
thank
nope,
God.
we're good,
Okay.
yeah.
I like. With-
Um,
I mean, with the way that the re-election campaign has been starting up.
yeah, that's been a real treat.
I mean, how are things going at the mayor's office? I'm asking you as your mom. I'm not asking you as a reporter.
I mean, I think things are going very well. Okay.
Do you know the mayor?
My internship.
Oh yeah.
I'll fig, never change.
Okay. I'm pausing. I'm just gonna pause. There, Mom, I wanted to talk to you today because I needed to tell you something, and,
Oh my God.
what?
I am so embarrassed. I am so sorry, Quinn. I made all these. I mean, I spent all of my time trying to read people, and I can't even. I don't even understand my own daughter.
I mean, I figured you might have guessed, because I felt like I wasn't very good at hiding it. So...
And now, and that's even worse because I assumed that. But
What?
well, I assumed that that
we're kind of partners.
well, I assumed that you were with Figs, and you clearly you guys are just friends.
Yeah.
I mean, have you? Well, when do I get to meet your girlfriend?
Oh my god!
Cut to.
Emma never changed.
Like I said, Emma Elliott, icon.
You're waiting with the with the henchman. Okay, excuse me, young man, says one of the henchmen. He's the one with the whole note on his shirt. One of the guys that you did like the cool flip move.
Yeah,
to.
I'll be like, yes, note, ma'am?
Look, whole note. I think. Listen, these old guys, they're all about their theme, you know, like. If you get hired by them, you gotta wear like this is not the weirdest thing that I've ever had to wear committing crime.
Yeah,
Let me
no,
tell you.
that doesn't surprise
Is
me.
there a union of henchmen?
Yeah.
I really hope so.
I don't think there's a union per se because I don't want to quite get into like tick territory. But
Do you guys audition?
well, you know, it's like any it's like any job. It helps if you know people.
An Uber service.
And they, you know,
I think it's more like an Upwork.
yeah, it's just more like a freelance thing.
We already tried the super app, okay?
Yeah.
Let's not.
Yeah.
Let's not bring that back.
we've defeated that. Let's keep that there. But you're his son, right?
Scarlet Songbird? No.
No. Moonshot.
Why do you ask?
Well, I mean, can I be honest with you, kid?
I feel like you're going to be regardless of what I say.
No, if you don't want me to
Say it. Go ahead, say it.
What are you doing with these other kids? I mean, when your dad was out at the Spike, I was just a kid, but man, he had some really cool stuff going on.
Such as?
Well, he was flying around and like going out to space. Like he was like a superhero and an astronaut all rolled into one.
Yeah, Erite flies.
Yeah, but isn't she like a demigod?
And that's not dope as hell?
Well, I mean, the older I'm more of a fan of the older version, if you catch my meaning. I mean, you know,
you're yeah, gotcha.
I was around when I was around when she was doing.
Please stop speaking.
Okay, I just.
Okay, no, I knew where you were going with that. It's okay, I get it.
He is trying to influence you here.
I will not allow that.
You're not even going to wait for me to tell you what labels he's shifting? You're like, F that guy, right in his ear.
Okay,
Yeah,
what labels?
And to stray as a babe, I don't blame him. Like, godlike beauty is sort of part of our power set.
Right.
So
I can't help if I come from a long line of hot broads.
yeah.
He's going to move your freak up and your savior down.
Okay, sure. I'll allow it.
Oh. Taking the influence from the hench person.
Yeah,
Get rid of your -1.
You ain't there.
Yeah.
Your owl hoot goes off.
Oh, sorry,
In stereo.
full note. I gotta take this. Hello?
Hell, who?
Hello?
Are you Horizon?
Yes?
This is Alexis.
Oh! What?
I just wanted to make sure that you were going to bring home some flour so I can make pancakes for dinner.
Yeah, sure.
Alexis has asked you to bring home pancakes or flour for 3 days now. She calls at the exact same time, and she asks you to bring flour home.
Is she ever actually at home?
Yeah.
Oh, she is?
Yeah.
Okay. We've been having pancakes quite a bit. Don't you think?
Have we?
Yeah, for like 3 days now.
Oh. Have we?
Yes.
Okay, well, if you don't want pancakes, that's fine. Maybe we can just order some Dr. Pepperoni.
Sure. That sounds good.
I'll call and order your favorite.
Thank you. Is there anything else?
Is there? Didn't you call me?
No, Alexis, you called me.
Oh. Okay. I think I'm done.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm a terrible person.
You're a terrible person. That hurt so good.
Okay.
So, what do you do?
Well, did the police come yet?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I head home then.
Okay. All right. So let's cut back to.
So, would this be an appropriate time to try Belong in Two Worlds?
What? Read that move and tell me all about it.
Belong in Two Worlds. It's an outsider move, but part of raising up into advancements is being able to pick from other playbooks. For this one, you have the resources that come with your station. Whenever you contact your people, roll plus superior. On a 10 plus, hold 3. On a 7 to 9, hold 2. On a miss, hold 1, but your people make an uncomfortable demand of you. And you can spend your holded points 1 for 1 to do a couple of different items.
Okay. So go ahead and make that move.
I'm going to try to contact my godly people. Let's hope this isn't another 2 for 2, huh? That's 5 plus superior, which will make it a 7.
Okay.
So I get to hold 2.
Okay. Are you using any of those right away?
Yes. I am going to consult knowledge to ask the GM a question about our current situation.
All right.
Which is, what is the best way for me to see if this is actually Helix? Is there something that I can do with technology from the world using my other held move that can tell if she's recently been on Elysium and if there's some sort of supernatural illusion shit going on? Because we do know Figment, so
Yeah, that's fair.
yeah.
So I think what I think rather than get too wooshy, I think Estrella is just going to call you back,
Awesome.
and that will be the easy way to do this as opposed to
Fantastical. Wonderful.
because you're like, and I think maybe that's the thing is you're like, okay, maybe if I can consult the Oracle of Delphi, and okay, so maybe I just gotta get a goat that we can sacrifice, and then
This farm
Oh,
is in my
okay.
quick contacts for that.
and instead your owl hoot vibrates. You're like, oh no, Australia's just calling back. Okay, we can do the.
Okay, perfect.
1
more second, Helix.
Yeah.
Read the current news section. It's on page 3.
What do I find in the current news section?
I think you find
Election news?
yeah, there's some election news. The Mayor Littlefeather has announced that she's going to run for a second term. I think you find a story about how the bankruptcy proceedings for Trust's company are still ongoing.
There's also a new baby giraffe at the zoo.
Yeah.
What's
If
his
you
name?
get through that, Sudoku's on page 6.
Oh no.
Is it a 1-year anniversary obit?
You didn't get an obit.
You weren't dead. You were in a
dead.
coma.
I was a big void from the world.
People would know that I'm gone.
They don't put obituaries for coma patients. You're not dead yet. We would have written you an obit if you died, but you didn't.
No, honestly, you need to make a Lifetime movie about me. An obit is not good enough.
A Lifetime movie. Okay. Hello, Polly.
Yes. Hey, Aunt Estrella. Did you
Now,
get my message?
Yes, she's there.
She's here now. And I walk away a little bit so that I'm not directly within her hearing range. Come on. Sudoku, page 6. And
terrible with numbers.
it's why I gave you a pencil. One moment.
She's still the bull's rival. So I'm just like, fucking Polly.
I am gonna finish this, and then I'm gonna
And I'm saying this quietly to her, but obviously we need to
be able to hear it.
hear it. Yeah. She arrived out of nowhere. She doesn't remember leaving Elysium. Have you heard anything? We have no way of even knowing if this is the real Helix at this stage.
Well, as soon as you left me the message, I contacted Olympus.
Mm-hmm.
And she's not in Elysium.
How long has she been gone?
It's hard to say. I wasn't able to get a straight answer from the what would be the
healers.
What would be the mythological creature that's probably watching? Like, not the
Dryads.
Harpies? Probably like dryads or something. Yeah.
It could have even been something like
Nymphs.
Yeah. Something. I would assume
At any rate,
Centaurs.
Estrella is kind of like,
Pain.
they don't understand time like we do, Polly.
or mortal physiology.
Right. So I'm trying to figure out when she left, but it's taking me a little while. Is she okay? She's not like evil or possessed by a gorgon or anything?
Not that has been shown so far, but
Cut to you like punching through the suit.
No, to just
Yeah.
she's been acting pretty normal.
Identity confirmed.
this one has to be a 9.
Stab the pencil through the paper.
Just gonna make it fit.
Die, Sudoku! Die!
But she has no memory of leaving Elysium, and she woke up this morning, she said, in her old bed. Highly irregular.
That is very irregular. She would she would remember if she woke up in Elysium. So now I wonder if did someone take her?
Dun, dun, dun.
As of now, that's the only thing that makes sense unless somebody dropped her off down here without letting us know.
Well, that's not very easy, given that if anyone brought her from Elysium back to the mortal realm, it would have had to have been someone like us, because of the covenant.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't
somebody
know.
has broken the covenant?
I-
Because neither of us did it.
Well, there are other demigods, Polly.
Yeah.
So that is probably something that you should keep an eye out for.
I'll let you know if I see anything. Is there anything we can do to ensure that she isn't possessed? From what we have seen right now, did they say if the initial ailment had been cleansed?
If there had been any changes to her condition, you would have been the first person that I would have called.
I know. Thank you.
So just keep an eye on her, and I'll work on things on this end and see what I can find out. What's going on Olympus?
Thank you. I'll see you for dinner, maybe.
Maybe.
To the aviary. I sort of open the little gate thing on the back of the chariot and wave her in.
Oh, finally, we're here.
Meanwhile,
Meanwhile.
are you not? Are you going? Pause. Are you going home, or are you going to aviary to meet with everybody?
Oh, I was going home.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I would just remind you that you knew that everyone was going to be meeting at the aviary once
Oh.
you wrapped up.
All right, then I probably would have.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes. She's been struggling with that for a while.
Oh my god. I'm not gay, or maybe, I don't know. I never thought of. Okay. I wanted to have lunch to let you know that I am the sparrow.
Oh my god!
Wait, you really didn't know?
No! No, I didn't know! I didn't know that my own daughter was a...
This is why I did it in a public place, because I didn't want you to freak out.
Well, of course I'm freaking out.
Well, that's why I did it in a public place, so you...
Who else knows? Does Mayor Littlefeather know?
No? No? Mm-mm.
Are you a superhero?
Yes.
Okay, what's your name?
Francis Bishop.
Your hero name.
I don't know if we need to get into that right now.
Then why did she bring you along?
I don't know. Because I figured you would freak out less if I had a friend with me. Oh, thanks for coming,
But he's not a superhero.
Francis.
So he's not a superhero?
I mean, he...
Are you a solo hero? Or are you part? Well, no, you're part of a team with
You know who I am.
with Arete and Figment and Horizon.
Tawny is awkward smiling.
You can't hang out with Horizon.
Okay. So...
Bruh.
Too late for that.
Yeah, like, too late, one.
Well, fine then. Kick him off your team.
Absolutely not.
Do you know what his father did?
I do, and he doesn't agree with any of it.
Oh, he doesn't agree with murdering a bunch of people.
Correct.
That's not the same thing, Quinn.
Horizon's a good dude, okay? And he has been a really important part of our team, and he's super cool, and it's fine.
Oh, so he's super cool.
I mean,
That's
the owl
why...
is fine with him, so...
Well, the owl hasn't always made great decisions either.
I am offended.
Oh, I'm sorry, you're offended. I'm upset because you kept a big secret from me
I figured you kind of knew.
Hoot hoot, motherfucker.
Does that make it better? That I would let my daughter risk her life on a daily basis?
Yes.
No,
Someone has to.
Not you. Someone else can. Not my only daughter.
I'm Homer Simpson into the bushes.
Bigman's like, fuck this shit.
And I can't just be like...
You're like...
Can you actually dissipate?
Yeah. With your illusion magic shit, man.
Just like under the table until you disappear.
I feel like if you
The waitress
are
comes
you
back with coffee and she's like-
disappearing or are you teleporting?
You could Alex smack it and just turn into a liquid.
Because I feel like teleporting before anybody notices, I feel like that would be pushing your powers.
Yeah, let's see if I can just get out of there. Because this is...
Do you just get up and walk out?
Bigman runs away.
That's what Pigment's used to.
Yeah, oh, Figment's running away again.
Yeah.
Are we all
Shocker.
big shocked here?
He's learning.
I have to use this
I also
voice.
did drag him into a really awkward mom
Yes.
thing.
If anyone else is in this, they would also try to get out.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah,
Right
yeah.
away.
Figment is like, don't judge me. Do not judge me.
I might stay.
I would have been helpful.
I think
See?
I would have stayed, but that's like a little bit going like, oh, look at Sparrow just get
Yeah.
pulled off.
Yeah, I'm surprised you're not just there going like, can I get the check?
Do you guys have like a dessert menu?
Never mind. I'll leave without it.
So you're just gonna
Yeah.
invisible and bounce?
Yep.
Okay. What about your friend? Where did he go?
Typical. Look, I've been doing this for years. I'm really good at what I'm doing, okay? And I am so good at what I'm doing that I don't need your approval and I will do it anyways. But I wanted to let you know because I think it's important. So, I'm gonna let you think about it for a while. I have an appointment to keep. Thank you. I love you. here's money for the coffee, and I leave.
Oh my fucking god!
And I think we just you like you're in the foreground and your mom is
And then
just
I go, and I'll be back at home at 8, and we'll have dinner.
And then the
And then
waiter
I leave.
comes over
And
and,
then you
he's
leave
like,
back
let me just
again?
refill your water.
8-ish. I might be late.
Probably, yeah.
All
Okay,
right.
maybe like 8:30.
Okay, so let's groove back to the aviary.
Sparrow drank like 8 cups of coffee in that time, by the way. So we get to the aviary, and she's like, "What's up, guys?"
Will somebody please talk to me? Because I've been in the chariot with Arate for like an hour.
Okay.
Anything.
So,
You didn't tell
You,
her anything?
I gave her a newspaper.
what
Today's
is...
newspaper?
Oh, God.
What
is this
such
day?
a kind, caring thing? Like, I don't know what's going on. Here, read this.
I was in the middle of a couple conversations.
Helix.
Yes.
You breathed in Dream Killer, almost fell off of a building. We saved you from falling off the building, so go team, right? Okay. Sorry, I've had a lot of coffee, you guys, and it's been a day. It's a day. And then you didn't wake up, right? And there was the spinning and the swirling and the smoking and the poofing, and the tattoos went gray. They were gray. It was scary, and then your face went all gray. It was weird, okay? And then so Arate brought you to Mount Olympus, where we put you in life stasis in Elysium, where you were being watched over by like dryads or like whatever the hell, heck. And then so here we are.
What?
I did speak to my aunt on our way over. She confirmed that this must be Helix because you're no longer on Elysium.
Well, of course it's
And-
me. What?
You know, Figment. It could have been an illusionary person.
Okay.
Sidebar, thanks for ditching me.
Did your aunt say anything? Does anybody know anything?
We know nothing. That's why we were all kind of like, whoa, Helix is back.
There wasn't any change to your condition. They would have informed us of it.
You don't remember anything?
You literally just woke up in your bed this morning?
Can I try to remember something?
Can she pierce her own mask?
That's a great.
Please, there are ladies present.
Listen, somebody's got to pierce the mask.
I think you can. What move do I want to use here?
Assess the internal situation.
Yeah, I think you
this
can.
is a
You
weird
can
one.
assess the situation here.
Overwhelm a vulnerable foe, but the foe is herself.
No, I think she's trying to assess the situation.
Okay, so plus superior.
Yep.
Oh, those are adult moves. Done.
That's bad
I was
news
like, why have we never used these?
for me. Okay. That would be a 4.
Ooh.
Good 4.
Yeah.
Mark that potential.
So I'm trying to think really hard. Like I close my eyes and I rack my brain.
And for the first time in a very long time, you and the reason why you don't like to sleep is because you have memories of what you call the tube farm. This was the place where you were genetically modified to be given your abilities. The place that even part of the reason why you joined up with the cage fighting crew was basically if you were knocked out, you didn't dream, because if you just fell asleep, you would remember the feeling of pounding your palms against the glass, of your head being restricted by the piping of the fluid into your body, of vomiting up gallons of fluid when you were pulled out of the tube when you were, for lack of a better term, born. And that's what you remember when you take that moment to close your eyes and think really hard. You like, and she starts to like cough
I put my hand on her shoulder and try to steady her.
because you feel that fluid in your lungs again, and you're choking, and it's hard to breathe, and you start coughing, and only when Arete puts her hand on your shoulder do you stop having that flashback. But you are still afraid because you haven't felt like that since before you joined the team.
I think I opened my eyes and I just that's not a memory from recent time. The short answer is no. No, I don't remember anything. I remember absorbing Dream Killer, and then that's it. And
then you woke up.
And then I woke up this morning, and I didn't notice anything different. Like my tattoos are blue, and
Can I just hug her?
Okay. Are you trying? You sounds like you're trying
Comfort or
to
support?
comfort or support. Yeah, roll +1 Dane.
10.
Okay.
These are good dice.
Oh,
You could
add
add
a
a team to the pool. Or clear condition.
And you owe me a Coke.
No.
So we're at 5 team.
Yes.
Okay. Because you don't have a condition to clear.
Correct.
So on a hit, they hear you. They mark potential, clear a condition, or shift labels if they open up to you. Which of those do you do, Elix? Your choices are mark potential, clear a condition, or shift labels.
I don't think I would just be not afraid because she hugged me, you know. But I'll mark potential.
Okay.
And if I open up, so
Yeah.
I have to tell her what I saw.
You have to tell her about your birthing process. I don't
Yeah.
know. That might be a good thing to talk about here. But that's my suggestion. You run with it.
Yeah.
Time for some drama. Go.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're freaking out. She puts her hand on your shoulder, and then like you're like, there's a definite moment of like, Sparrow's hugging you, and you're like,
And I think I'm just like, we really missed you.
Oh.
I guess I missed you too. No, saw you yesterday. The memory that I had is something that I have tried to block out, and it worked for a couple of years. But now it's back, I guess. So that's terrible. I was not born by a person or a god. I was made. From what I can tell, I was grown in like a water chamber, and that chamber was injected frequently with different kinds of fluids to try and change the composition of my cells. And when I got to, I guess, adult-ish form, they finally let me out. But for 14 years, I saw the inside of a glass, and I saw the doctors in the white coats, and the syringes, and the blue liquid. And it was terrifying. So, obviously, you can see why I would want to shove that trauma down. And I did. And I don't know what year it is. I don't know what happened to me. Did somebody hurt me? Did somebody inject me with more things? Did somebody put me back in the tank?
I hug her harder and I just say, we'll figure it out together.
I ask her, Do you remember Dream Killer?
Yes, I remember you smashed, broke, and I absorbed.
Yes.
Those memories are very choppy to you.
Yeah, they're all
Like everything else. Like those memories almost feel like the ones of that you just dredged up of the creation
They're
process. Like
very-
it's more impressions than like, oh, I went here and did this thing and did this thing and did this thing. Like you remember that voice, you remember like you said, kind of pieces as opposed to a full on like, oh, this happened in this thing.
I remember what it felt like when Dream Killer went inside.
And that's like the last feeling that you remember, and it's hard to really concretely define that.
Question: what color are her tattoos right now? Are they back to normal, or are they still dull gray? Okay.
Are they a different color?
They dulled out when that happened to
Like
you.
the only thing the main thing that's different about Helix is her hair is longer. But everything else about her seems to be
Exactly the same.
exactly the same.
I say, I'm really happy to have you back, Helix. But you being back isn't the only elephant in the room.
What do you mean?
You sent us a message.
And actually, before you get that out,
Okay.
because I want to, we got to do the classic. I have
Yeah.
something to tell you, and then somebody else interrupts.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
The door to the aviary opens up, and in walks Owl and Auntie Arate.
I keep my hand on your shoulder. Like a little squeeze just to let you
Yeah, I
know.
kind of
Yeah.
obviously unhug Helix and step away. Owl. We've had a very eventful morning.
Were you
and-
just hugging one of your teammates?
Yes.
Good. They need support.
Oh, I was really hoping she would grab her up against the wall and be like, "Who are you?"
And you all believe that she's real.
Yes.
It's her.
That
no reason
hurts.
not
That
to.
hurts me.
So I was going to say, go ahead and with that one
Take a powerful
incidental.
blow.
No.
Okay.
She's influencing your labels here.
Am I able to help in any way?
What is she trying to?
Well,
Yeah,
first things
what's she trying to
first.
shift?
I think Freak is going up, and Superior is going down.
That would max me out at Freak, and I can't do that.
Okay.
That would overage.
Oh, push you.
Oh,
Okay.
it's that, or you would take a condition instead.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
So if you're going to resist,
yes.
what you want to do then is roll. Now, if you want to use a team on this to help her,
Mhm.
anyone working with the team can spend team 1-for-1 to help a teammate, give them +1 to the roll. You have 5 team in your pool right now.
I do want to do that.
Okay.
Cool.
Well, wait. How? I want her to tell me what she's doing before she spends that.
When White Owl says, and you all believe this is Helix, I just firmly squeeze her shoulder and say, yes, I confirmed it with Arate.
Okay. So now that means that you're rolling. Does anybody else want to step in to help her defend this influence?
If we do that, do we spend more team?
Yep.
We have 5.
I don't
Oh, yeah,
know what I
4.
could say to prove anything because I don't know. I didn't have any conversation with anybody. I don't
You
know
just
anything.
feel it
Feel
in
it,
your
feel
heart.
it.
You just
I
know,
feel
man.
it in my fingers.
Yeah.
I feel it in my
Ah.
Exactly.
Feel it in my toes.
Christmas is all around me.
Okay. Anyways, back to the drama.
Yep.
Well, I love the fact that like you're spending team to be like, no, White Owl, don't be a bitch.
To be fair, Arete is way more likely to push back on White Owl, so
Fair enough.
she's like, no, I double checked this after you told me not to do
Mhm.
it, and then
So anyone else
I
going
think
once?
that's probably. I think we're good. I think
Okay,
that should
so
do it.
so
We
you're
got this.
you're rolling. You add +1 to it.
I mean,
Okay, this is just a straight roll.
It's a straight roll.
you fully
Well,
have our support,
Yeah.
but we're just not gonna spend team.
Yeah. Nice.
7 + 1 is 8.
Okay, so on a 10 plus on a 7 to 9, you choose one. On a hit, you successfully hold yourself and tune them out. You either clear a condition or mark potential by immediately acting to prove them wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Shift one label up and one label down, your choice, or cancel their influence and take +1 forward against them.
I don't want to do that.
You're gonna cancel White Owl's influence on you. Okay.
+1 against White Owl. So I think what I'm going to say is, how dare you? I just found out that I have been basically dead for a year, and that is the first thing that you say to me?
Helix, things have been like really weird since you left, and we got this weird.
Sparrow, I don't need your help.
Maybe you do.
Team. Arete is here because she needs our help. Arete?
yes.
Yeah, you and
Yeah.
your and both go, yes?
You're right. She does need our help.
Hmm.
That was me doing that,
Like,
not Polly.
You're like, figure arrows. Yeah.
I'm furious.
I know.
Oh, do you want to be angry instead of... Oh, no, you don't. You don't
She-
have the condition. 'cause you
yeah.
made the thing.
Cleared it.
I actually didn't clear it. I'm still afraid.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Anti-Arete. She's got her her cloak on with her brooch, and she reaches into her brooch and pulls out a collection of circlets
Mhm.
with a gem, and she hands one to you. Hands one, and she has 4 of them
Mhm.
to give to each of you, but not not you.
Okay, that's fine.
You probably don't need one because I'm assuming we're going to Olympus.
Right. There's a mystery there, and we need to solve it. And that
Dope!
is where
Going to I'm
is
so
where we
excited!
take our second break.
Can I taste ambrosia?
It's way too alcoholic for you.
is where we'll
You
take
will
our
literally die.
second break and go into our third act of this first episode of season 2 of Masks, where the team travels to Olympus to try and solve the mystery of Helix's disappearance. We'll be back in just a few moments with our final act of this episode.
You may call me Velma.
And welcome back to the third act of our first episode of Masks Season 2. Jordan is super excited that we are going to go visit Olympus.
I'm gonna hyperventilate.
Going to Olympus.
I hope not, because you
Hopefully
get to
not getting
you.
married?
I'm gonna
Dibs on
let
the
you
go-karts.
to the. That's a great. My favorite MSC3K jokes are whenever they make a Wisconsin Dells joke.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
I'm all on board every time that they're like, "Oh, Tommy Bartlett skiing, skiing sideshow."
This can't be Wisconsin. There's no signs for Tommy Bartlett's water show.
And of course the always classic Packers. Woo! Packers won the Super Bowl. So Jordan, do you want to drive and tell us what the trip to Elysium is like?
Hold on. Can we leave in the morning?
No, it's you're going now.
Why do I always do this?
At least now your mom knows why.
I guess you
Or
could text her saying
she's not going to show up, and there's
Being
going to
a
be nothing on the news,
superhero.
no crime anywhere in the city.
Can I call
Maybe
my
she thinks you
mom
died.
before we leave?
You can. Are
How's
you going to?
reception
Yeah.
in Elysium?
I'm not gonna just leave her on.
Not great.
Okay.
Tell her I'm gonna be back for dinner and then not.
Okay. Go ahead and call her. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Beep boop beep boop beep boop beep.
Hello, Sparrow.
Oh God. Hey, Mom. So normally this is the moment when I would make up some stupid excuse about how the mayor needed to take me out of town for some benefit for children with sick things. But seeing as we've turned a new leaf and you know about stuff things, I am going to let you know that I am going to Olympus with Arete and the team, and we're gonna help solve a thing, and it'll be great. And so
You should probably know reception doesn't work from that plane. So she might want to text you so you can call her when you get back.
her mom knows she's a superhero.
Yeah, you told your mom?
What?
Sure, fine, whatever. It's okay.
okay, that doesn't sound fine.
Well, no, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
I thought it didn't matter if it was fine.
It doesn't. Cool then.
Yeah, it's totally fine. I understand now why you have skipped out on so many of these things. And I understand now. So, it's fine.
Okay, I'm just gonna point out that I kind of take after you in all of that nonsense. So, like,
You really want to have this fight now while you're waiting, while all your friends are standing around waiting for you to go to superhero?
Go do superhero. Great.
We will talk about it when I get
Don't
back
you have to go
home.
save the world or something?
Okay, I don't need your approval, but I would appreciate your support. I love you, and I'll see you when I get back from Olympus. Click!
Woohoo! Woohoo! Woohoo!
Hi.
Why do you think you always get to have the last word with me?
Because I did this time. Click!
Woohoo! Woohoo! Woohoo!
Hi.
So, I don't know. I don't know what Quinn's middle name is, but it definitely gets dropped here.
We decided it was Siobhan. didn't
Oh,
we?
yeah,
'Cause
I
it's
think
very
so.
Irish. Or it was one of those really, really Irish.
I think Siobhan's fine.
I didn't write it down.
No.
Or Neve.
Quinn Siobhan Elliot. I do not care where you are going, but you do not hang up on your mother.
Okay.
I want you to know that I am giving you my support. You think that I don't want you to do this, but you can't just expect me to understand and accept it within 5 minutes, can you? What if I told you something big? What if I told you I was getting married again? Would you be able to just roll with it?
I mean, I guess it depends on who it would be.
Quit!
And like, if I...
Quit!
You asked a question, so I was answering it.
You realize the more that you're talking, the more furious that I'm getting, right?
Well, don't ask me questions then if you don't want to know the answer.
And I just go, has she been like this for the past year?
Yes, she has.
I'd be like, okay, that you should remember.
I appreciate you calling to tell me where you're going. But I still am mad that we don't get a chance to talk through this more.
We'll talk through it as soon as I get back from Olympus.
If you get back from Olympus.
I will get back from Olympus.
All right. She is trying to influence you here.
Of course she is.
Hey,
What is she trying to
listen here.
influence?
I'm the owl now.
I think she is trying to push your danger down and your mundane up. That's usually a good sign that I've chosen some labels to
Yeah.
mess with when you're like, oh.
Sounds legit to me.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
here
sounds
you
like-
are,
Yeah.
about ready to have your first multiplanar field trip, and your mom is like, wait, you think that you're going to be okay on this? And that is why those labels are shifting.
Okay.
We're gonna go to
I'm gonna
Elysium, and she's gonna be Maya going like,
resist.
so where are all the...
Yeah.
I'm gonna resist
Dragons.
by shifting my labels. However,
No, no,
I
no,
want.
no,
I mean, I have
no,
to
no.
roll.
You
Yeah.
do have to roll when you reject influence. Is anybody helping her out with that team?
You took
Guess
your
you're
own
on
bed,
your
girl.
own.
I don't
No.
know.
We don't know the other side of the
Yeah.
conversation.
You made your bed, girl.
It just sounds real rough from this side.
6.
Okay. On a miss, their word hits you hard, mark a condition, and the GM will adjust your labels.
Y'all suck.
So go ahead and make that adjustment.
Hey, listen, I just got revived, so
And
I mean, the only reason I it did explain to Helix why I was helping her during the break, so.
And which, what? Probably guilty.
no.
Insecure.
Oh, no.
I think insecure
Yeah.
here. Like,
I would really think guilty.
I
I
would
would think
think-
guilty too.
But she's just scaring you about the
No, I
planar
think.
travel. Because that's what Rob was saying. He shifted in those because he's saying your mom is like.
I think it's either
You're
guilty or
dangerous.
insecure, because guilty
Yeah.
guilty is a good point because you're kind of bailing on your mom. And
You're
you're
being
like,
a-
sorry, I
You're
gotta
being
go.
a shit to your mom, not just
Yeah, that is
Right.
true.
You hung
Uh,
up.
Yeah, I was hiding
whereas
my face during that
insecure
entire
also I think
conversation.
could fit because here you are telling everybody how much of the team leader you are, and you're having a fight with your mom in front of everybody. I think we're gonna go with guilty though.
Okay.
Helix has never seen Quinn talk like that to her mother.
Oh, I don't think the entire last season we haven't seen her talk like that to your mother.
Well, Quinn and her mom kind of had that big the dental dam incident
Yeah.
as it
Yeah.
has come to be known in Future
Mask
Shock
full.
fandom.
Yeah.
And then I think most Quinn kind of has to deal with two moms, and I think we leaned more into her superhero mom
Mhm.
as opposed to her non-superhero mom.
Mommy mom.
So
And she hung up on her a record-breaking 3
Twice!
Was it
Yeah.
twice?
I think it was twice.
Twice?
I think
That's 2 more times than I think Tawny's ever hung up on her mom in real life.
I don't know that I've ever hung up on my
Yeah.
mom in
Yeah.
real life.
I don't
That's
think
why I
I've
said
ever
two
hung
more.
up on my mom because I felt like that if I did that, there would be a sonic boom and she would be there.
Yeah.
And just-
Like, that's immediate death,
Yeah.
I feel like.
Yeah. We're all just like, I feel a great disturbance in the force.
Like, you might want to stay at Elysium for a little while. Like, you'll at least have the you'll at
Yeah.
least have the protection of the gods.
Let her calm down a little bit.
Okay.
So
It's so funny.
yeah,
Even the gods are like,
Nope.
nope.
Oh God! I was like,
Nah,
oh,
man.
Your
and
mom's
walking
knocking on the
out.
gate.
Great, cool.
We're gonna have to send you out here.
I just like. So how do we get to Elysium?
yeah. Everyone awkwardly is like, well,
We can take my ride. We do have to take the chariot through the, not necessarily portal.
the circlets that she
Yeah.
handed are basically like visitor badges, for
Yeah.
lack of a better term.
Can we all fit?
Yeah,
It's a magical chariot.
yeah.
The
Yeah.
seat folds down. It's fine.
It's bigger on the heart side, inside,
Mm.
towards her, around.
Does Estrella also have a magical ride too?
I figured we'd go together. I don't know if there's more than one chariot in this plane at the moment.
It's in the shop. I
Yeah.
mean,
Well, I
you know what
figure.
the parts
Does she
cost
have
is for a
a
magical chariot?
Pegasus?
Well, that's what do you think pulls the
No,
chariot?
but she just rides a massive thing.
That's true.
That would be
She
dope as
could just
hell.
ride a Pegasus
Okay.
alongside us. That would be pretty sweet as fuck.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. And she bangs her spear on the ground twice, and there's a flash of light. She is atop the
Astride.
Yeah.
The beautiful white mare with the feathery wings and the long flowing mane.
Can her name be something like Carla?
Marvin, let's go.
Redward. Oh, how's the cape doing?
It hasn't come up yet.
Yeah, it hasn't really come up yet.
But you guys all board the chariot. Is White Owl joining us? I'm guessing that's a no.
No.
Yeah, she has,
She has to campaign.
mayoral duties. Okay.
Is she better not join us?
So I
From
ensure
Fighter.
you all are wearing your circlets. And I sort of give you the like security guard.
The stewardess run
Yeah.
like, all right, put them on, don't touch
Mhm.
them, don't do anything.
Everybody keep your arms inside of the chariot at all times.
Yes, yeah.
If there's any emergencies, you're kind of screwed. We can't stop once we start going through the gate. Please
Fasten the seatbelts.
don't forget the circlets, okay? Without them, you're going to be in for a very rough time.
Does my seat work as a flotation device if we make an unexpected water landing?
No.
Good.
I'm pretty sure we crashed the chariot
Yes,
we did.
previously.
I don't think
yeah.
it was an unexpected water landing, though.
That's true. It's the same thing, though. You'll basically have to hope somebody catches you.
What happens if we're not wearing the circlet?
Is the circlet
Like-
only for when we get in?
Like, it's not like
Or
I'm
once-
not gonna wear it. I
once
just want to
we're
know,
in
like, do
there?
you get vaporized, or like, do your bones turn to ash, or?
You'll be stuck there for all of eternity.
Oh, good.
Not
What if we put
yeah.
back? What if we put back on the circlet after we take it off?
If you take off the circlet, you will be hounded by the harpies until they have sated their bloodlust upon you for
Mortals.
violating the
Yeah.
divine
Dope.
Covenant. I think that'd be part of
for
the...
violating the
Yeah.
divine grounds of Olympus and Elysium.
Where's your circlet?
Are they
nerd?
hot though?
Hmm?
Are they hot though?
Harpies?
They are half.
Guys, I thought of a new
half
team
bird,
name.
But no.
Okay, I'm gonna go with a hard pass on that one.
Helios, let's ride! And
We
Talon out!
it's a bit more but we do circle around the city once before heading sharply up into the
Riders in the storm.
yes sharply up into the clouds. You notice just normal clouds passing by us at first, just water vapor, before they start to shift colors. So you see,
And then we start hearing song.
no. You see gold, orange, pink. It's like you're riding through a sunset or a sunrise. It's hard to tell.
Riding through a horizon. As
Oh,
the blood
that's
sprays.
what we're calling it. Oh, I took a very different ideas.
Look for Danielle's ideas on AO3 where
Yeah.
Look for Ethan's ideas on making a murderer too.
Yeah. When we finally break out of the colorful clouds, you see this massive cloud in front of you, but then you can start picking out columns and roofs and color-filled buildings, and then you start seeing harpies flying on the side, and you see Pegasus roaming, and you see all of these things.
and can confirm not hot.
Yeah, I was
harpies.
actually just gonna say, I was gonna be like,
Gross.
she was right, not hot.
Yeah, they're pretty rough. They have bird legs, very large talons, and
So think Herpes
So-
in The Witcher.
jaws.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
more
like-
Witcher harpies.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
I imagine Yeah, like like bird legs, long iron claws, like where their nipples should be, are like iron studs
And
that come
I
out.
fucking hate robots.
Why we gotta bring the nipples into this?
Nipple blades.
Obviously.
Yeah.
And like when one of them sees you looking at them, her mouth opens, but then the jaw dens and is like,
It's very long, like sharp teeth. It's
Whatever boner I thought I would have.
is double.
has retracted back into my body.
Has reascended.
It's like the gif of the woman who's like, well, no.
But we fly in and land. It's pretty smooth. It's the stable yard for where we stable the Pegasus so they can roam.
And
Pegasi.
it's like walking on cows is weird. Like it's kind of crunchy but also
I
spongy.
think I look around and I go, oh my god, this explains so many things.
What exactly?
Her! It explains so many things about her.
And I think too, like, just looking around, any person that you see is unimaginably beautiful. Like, insane levels of beautiful. Like, it's almost hard to look at people sometimes from how gorgeous they are.
And they're very chiseled and togaed and
Figment's just bouncing in the background.
I feel like Horizon's walking around going, that doesn't science. That doesn't science.
It definitely doesn't. Yeah, it's like it seems like they are built upon clouds, you know. And you see plants and stuff around, but it doesn't seem like.
So, Arite, around here, you're kind of hideous.
Holy shit!
Whoa!
I don't know what that says about the rest of us, but,
Whoa!
Well,
Whoa!
Shots fired.
Sparrow, what the fuck?
what? I mean, look at that guy.
I can't look at him because he's too pretty.
All right, then.
Who
So-
me? And he just continues to pour the face.
Yeah.
All right, Richard
I just go-
Armitage, cool it.
Like, how many abs does he have?
Like
All of
37.
Horizon's just over the corner going,
You see Figment making an illusion of himself.
you now have a toga.
Yeah. Well, when in magical Greece, do as the magical Greeks
When in
do.
Rome.
I would like to know, as I step foot on Elysium, do I have sensory memory?
That's a good question.
Because I don't have a memory, but perhaps somatic memory, psychosomatic. I went to college.
No.
Okay.
You don't remember this part at all.
Okay.
Antistrea,
Where are we?
I am guessing we're going to the Halls of Healing first?
Yes, we should.
Or are we supposed to be meeting somebody here?
Well, I thought I should probably speak to Grandfather while you look around the halls. I find that 5 eyes are going to be better than 1 set of eyes.
Understood.
And she just disappears.
Yeah. Done.
the hell?
It's this way. I don't confirm or deny. I just go, it's this way.
You're so
I think it's known what the Arite line is descended from,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, so you're like because
he was a hero.
Right.
Yeah.
So I guess it's maybe time to do I want to shoot. I feel like there should be a character here that is basically Basil Exposition, who
Yeah.
who is explaining this to you.
Hermes.
Yeah.
No.
Oh God.
Flying around in
Well,
front
he
of
is
us.
the
Yeah.
messenger god.
Yeah.
Hello,
But,
I
like,
am Hermes.
That's
Welcome to
also
Elysium.
that's sort of like also saying Hermes would just be hanging out with any visitors that come to Elysium and showing them
I don't
around
think
like
we're
a tour
just
guide.
any visitors. Come on.
I'm actually thinking
Yeah, we
like a
are.
projection of him, not actual
Hello,
him.
I am Hermes bot.
Hermes bot 5000. I
Like-
know.
Even it could be like I'm sure he has like a
Minions.
like under him, you know, that are
It's a person with fake wings on their shoes.
Or
yeah, they're
even,
just
like,
smoking a
walk
cigarette
around.
like,
Or
even
hey,
any
welcome
of
to
his-
Elysium.
I work with Hermes.
or even any of his descendants from when he did spend time on Earth, you know, if they were
Um,
brought within after their death.
No, you know what? You guys came to Olympus. Let's talk to some gods.
Okay. Okay.
So you're like, let's go to the halls of healing, and then there's a gust of wind, and so you guys need to know the way, and there is a possibly beautiful young man who doesn't look much older than any of you, with golden
Uh-oh.
curly locks trailing down the side of his head, and he's got the laurel wreath, and it takes you a moment to realize that he's not actually like he's not standing still, and it's not because he's being shifty, but because the wings on his ankles are flapping, and they're kind of keeping him in a hovering moment.
I feel like everybody who's not Arete should have insecure right now.
Just wait till you start making some moves, bro.
We all just live.
They're real. The feet. Wait.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's how we get around.
We were headed to the bathing pools.
Hello,
No.
Can we head to the bathing pools?
Maybe later. Well, yes, of course. You'll have to ritually cleanse yourselves once before you leave, because you can't take any god stuff with you. Did you not explain all this stuff to everybody?
She's really bad at explaining things.
They weren't
sometimes.
paying attention during the in-flight instructions.
Oh, I get it. And you're Sparrow, right?
Hi.
Yeah, you're right. Her nose is weird.
I just start laughing uproariously.
Oh, so you talk about me when I'm not here.
I actually don't. That's Hermes' way of welcoming people to Elysium.
I don't get to see many regular humans, so was that offensive? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to upset you. I mean, look who you're standing around with. You're like the only regular person here.
It's true. You're the only person without like powers.
And that's okay. I mean, you've got the circlet, so you're supposed to be here. But I find imperfection fascinating.
Mortality is something very difficult for the gods to grasp at times.
Yeah, why would you do that? Go ahead. He's trying to influence you here.
Rob, why me?
You started
you are
it.
the only non-powered
know.
person here.
Well, wait, don't. You're like, I'm gonna push it back. Wait,
Yeah, I guess. Tell me. Tell me, Rob. Tell me. You're pushing my freak down?
Or up,
Up.
because
Yeah.
he thinks you're freaky.
And you're mundane up, probably? or-
Your freak up and your superior down.
Oh, that makes
Actually,
sense.
straight up, I'll take that.
You're like, no, that's fair.
I can
that
take
sounds
that right
right.
now, yeah. That's...
Oh, question.
Yeah.
So,
Would he recognize me
You can ask him.
and be like, "Why are you not in
You
the
can-
bed?"
You can ask him.
Okay, sure. After that.
Well, no, she doesn't roll it. She took it.
yeah, but I'm probably going to respond. You know,
Can you turn your head? Just. Isn't that great?
okay, I broke it one time when I was fighting with anyhow. Whatever. Yeah.
And
okay.
it didn't heal back completely.
That's not how our physiognomy works. There's
It's
like
not.
bones, and they just don't.
Wow! Why don't you bring your boring friends around more often?
She doesn't have any.
Is that Hermes going? Holy
Yeah.
No, that's Rob. Like,
Yeah.
like I was not expecting this many bombs in Elysium.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's salty.
Yeah. Everyone is like, This tea is
That is why.
piping hot.
That is why I brought you that biology textbook, Hermes.
Oh, you're right.
You know what? Anytime you feel
Hold
like
on.
you need to visit Halcyon City,
Wait,
let me know.
Well, hold on one second. And he waves his hand, and it appears, and he waves his other hand, and it basically.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I can't believe. Thank you. Like, so much has changed since we were allowed in the mortal realm. The fact that you know so much about how your tiny little meat bodies work is fascinating.
You should really look up the section where they describe how mortals respond to lack of vitamin C. I think it's called scurvy.
You should get him. Everybody poops.
I really shouldn't.
Wait. Everybody poops.
Everybody poops.
Everybody poops.
Everybody
Oh, no.
poops.
Everybody?
I poop. She poops. He poops. She poops.
Oh no, girls don't poop.
Anyhow,
She
Hermes,
let one rip in the chariot.
we were heading towards the halls of healing.
Yes, of course. I'm so sorry. Well, we so rarely get to catch up these days with you, being the savior of the mortal realm and all of that. So come on,
I seem tame
Podcast
in
listeners, that was a
comparison.
huge eye roll.
Arite seems tame in comparison now, huh?
Seriously.
So he starts walking, or he starts walking ahead, and behind him there's like a streak of gold that pulls up from behind him and then flattens out, which is basically him offering you guys a ride to the halls of healing.
Mm-hmm.
So Arite gets on and disappears. Do the rest of you follow?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yes.
And sure enough, as soon as you step on the streak that peels off of Hermes, like the rest of Olympus starts just shooting past, like you stepped onto like a high speed rail.
It's just like the owl wing. It's just like the wing.
I put my hand on her shoulder to try to steady her because it is a little weird. Okay. When I let go, I nudge you a little bit.
And that's when you meet Jeff Goldblum.
Jeff Goldblum is even better.
Jeff
'Cause that makes him a
Goldblum.
witch.
Man, I almost want you to accidentally push her off the
Right?
I do a little bit too.
Yeah.
Feel free, Rob.
Into the trash plane.
Would it be an accident though?
Could I? Let's see.
Misjudge your strength.
I don't think there's a move to make here.
Yeah.
I think this is just
Provoke someone? Maybe?
no. I think she
No, I don't think that's a move.
Can I take a powerful blow?
To your ego, perhaps.
No, I think I just want it to happen, so it's
Yeah.
gonna happen.
Sounds pretty fun
So
to me.
this is why Quinn. It's like I imagine Quinn gets up and she's like, "You were right, Mom. I am never going to Olympus again." So yeah, I think your push is just a little too hard, and your foot slips off, and you're in darkness. We cut back to
Great. I'm gonna meet Hades. And Persephone. Let's go.
They don't really reside in Elysium.
I'm assuming I fell off of Elysium. I don't know.
That,
she was moving really fast.
That's true. Okay, we'll see.
Good luck to you.
So
I think I'll wait until we get to the halls of healing.
okay, you're there.
Mhm.
Whew. Wait, are we missing somebody?
I think she fell.
Oh no!
Oh, crap.
All right, I'll be back. I gotta go find that mortal, because when mortals get lost, that's when they write stories about us, and it's usually not good. So
Thank you, Hermes.
Okay, and he's off, and you are standing in a like a vaulted garden, and in the center of it is the slab where you you had
left.
set her
Yeah.
many a year ago,
Mhm.
and it is in fact empty.
Mhm.
Was that me?
Yep, that's where you were.
Which it's odd for the mortals in the audience. It's odd because like part of you were like, oh, this is kind of like a hospital in Olympus, so you should be walking past like other people, right? And no, it's just this room, this garden, and this altar.
Is there any? Where are the healers?
I walk into the room and pass my hand across a tree, and as I walk past, it slowly turns into a woman
That is dope as fuck. George.
with skin like bark, long green flowing hair, completely naked, very beautiful. It's
All
hashtag
nude,
dryad.
but
That's a
tastefully
dryad,
done.
man. That's a dryad. And as she steps closer, like the grass gets just a little bit greener beneath her feet in the clearing.
I just
Welcome to the halls of healing. What ailment befalls you? What ailment befalls thee? We're gonna do a little
antiquated.
here.
I was here.
You were. How nice to see you again, Hannah.
Hannah. It's good to see you again too.
Trees.
I'm sorry. I experienced a great deal of memory loss, and I have no recollection of this place or any of its people.
Often, when mortals come to the halls of healing, they leave their memories behind. It is better for them to not remember their experiences here, because we have found that sometimes they don't want to go back.
Am I not gonna remember being here?
That's
But-
part of what the circlet helps you with.
The circlets which you possess are
They filter some of the aura out of your experience, make it a little bit more manageable to remember.
you will remember.
Okay.
How are you? Is anyone else here to be healed?
Aspen, could we ask you some more questions about Hannah's time here? And has anybody else entered this space since she left?
You certainly may ask me questions. I am here but to serve and repair.
Okay. Then I would like to... I don't know if this is an actual move, though. Assess the situation and sort of use that to do this, or...
Well, you can assess if you want to assess the situation here. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Do it.
Roll superior. God. 7. So I get to ask 1. And then take +1 while acting on the answers.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess what here can we use to locate or figure out how she left?
Okay.
Or locate the person that left with her, I guess, might be
Okay.
one of them, because she can't have left on her own.
Okay.
Unless she suddenly became a demigod.
Possible.
Yeah.
I'm right with that. Okay.
Replace 90% of your organs.
Yes. So it's kind of a semi-god.
So Aspen, so you start asking questions to Aspen about, like, who's been here, what's been going on, and she talks about how she talks about how Estrella visited often,
Mm-hmm.
and how you visited often.
Mm-hmm.
And she starts to talk about how another person visited often, but it's like she hits a wall.
Oh, great.
And you realize from the way that she struggles with answering that question, like as she's trying to say the name, the leaves out of her hair start to like drift off of her head and
I stop her.
and
Yeah.
curl into fall crushed leaves.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's just trying to help you so much.
I know. Aspen, wait. It looks like that's been blocked for you. Don't try for it anymore.
And only gods have that kind of power.
Yeah.
Speaking of which,
Yeah.
for all the fluffy cloud walking that you were doing, you are shocked when you hit asphalt. And you skid along it on your you get a little bit of a road rash on your thing. And then you sit up.
I think the first thing I say is, that is so like her to push me off.
Shrug emoji.
Shrug divine emoji.
Yeah. I kind of look around.
You're in Halcyon City.
Hello?
But not. Like here the buildings look long abandoned. And as you look around, the buildings that are standing here have long been since destroyed in the Halcyon City that you grew up in. So it's all like older buildings.
This is the timeline that I fucked up. Can I use Ben reading the files?
What? How have you
been reading about this Elysium
Maybe I can
shit?
figure out where I am.
Well, because that's assess the situation, right?
No.
It's like assess the situation.
You've learned about the superhuman world
cooler.
through your mentor's resources. When you first encounter an important superpowered phenomenon, your call, roll plus superior. On a hint, tell the team one important detail you've learned from your studies. The GM will tell you what, if anything, seems different from what you remember. On a 10 plus, ask the GM a follow-up question. They will answer it honestly. On a miss, the situation is well outside your base of knowledge, and the GM will tell you why.
Roll. I like it when you roll dice because it's more likely that you roll like a 4.
Or a 9 plus superior, which is an 11.
Okay, so what does the move do for you?
So I get to tell you what I think I know about the situation. You tell me what, if anything, differs, and then I get to ask you a question.
Okay.
I think I have forwarded myself into the timeline that Helix sent us a video from.
Which I still don't know about.
So in
Right.
the future?
I think
Yeah.
that's
Okay.
backwards.
Hmm.
Said the buildings have already long been destroyed in today's world, but
Oh,
right?
she made
no,
the move.
yeah, that's never mind.
Okay.
Go for it.
And then you get to tell me what, if anything, differs from
Okay.
that.
It's odd because you don't know what you kind of expected this to be like rubble, like total Mad Max, but instead the buildings are here but the people are not. And there's a moment where you pull this together right before you start to hear a dog barking. No, dogs barking.
I do get to ask a follow-up question,
Mm-hmm.
which is a question that I will come up with right now.
It's okay. We've got like 20 minutes or so.
Oh, good. Can I hold my question until I come up with a question?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Can
It is not a
I
hold.
try to suss out when Like maybe how far in the future? Maybe I look around and see what kind of decomposition has happened on something and realize that
What
it's...
the last newspaper is in this newspaper stand.
Yeah, something like that.
You are like, okay, fine. Let's figure out how far in the future this is, and you don't feel like it's in the future. It's more of like a sidestep.
This is what would have happened if I hadn't fucked up the timeline. That's what I'm going to tell myself. Okay.
The dogs are getting closer.
I climb a building.
You climb the building and scuttle up, and that's when you see a 3-headed dog trolling the street and sniffing right around where you ended up on the ground.
I'm being hunted by Cerberus.
And that's when you also see that the spot that the dog is sniffing is where there's a tiny circlet lying on the ground.
Son of a birch!
Oh my god!
Which must have fallen off your head.
Oh god, he'll see me.
Will he? I feel like if you're trying to sneak past Cerberus, that's like you're unleashing your powers there.
Think
Aren't
you
you?
need a magic flute?
Yeah, I need to get it back,
Honestly.
so I'm gonna use my my grappling hook to try and Jesus. Fuck you.
I'm enjoying the hell out of this
7
right now.
plus freak, which is a 2, 9. 9.
Okay.
7 and 9.
Mark a condition, or I tell you how the effect is unstable or temporary.
Good.
So, which is it? Great, happy, great.
Cool.
Tell me how it's temporary. I'm assuming he saw me while I did it. Because my goal is to use the grappling hook to get the circlet back so that the harpies don't eat me.
No, it's not a harpy. It's a Cerberus.
Well, but the harpies are supposed to eat me
Oh,
if
yeah.
I
That was one example
take out
that
the
we
circlet.
provided.
Oh,
Well,
Plenty of ways for you to die here.
Listen, there are lots of things that can eat you.
Yeah. And a
so
lot of
I think there's a tink.
So, I think
You're just like, there's some things that look like muffins. They're not. Don't eat them.
Don't drink the water or eat the mushrooms.
Have you ever played Dungeons and Dragons? You know what a mimic is.
I do wonder if technically we could still keep our no D&D rule if you guys were playing D&D as your masked characters. We could do like a D&D-ception anyway. So, unstable or temporary.
Swapping dice gets that one. Rolled a 1.
So it's unstable in that it hooks the circlet and pulls it up to you, but of the 3 heads of the dogs, one of them looks over and watches it move and disappear into the shadows, and that dog is like kind of pulling the other 2 heads like, hey, there's something over here.
Guys.
Bork.
Can I find a rock and throw it the other way so they hear a noise over there?
Okay.
Neat. Is that unleashing my powers again? Or
Provoke, maybe?
Throw rock?
Yeah, throw plus rock.
direct? It's not directly engaging a threat either.
Indirectly.
Yeah.
I think so. I think we're not going to have you necessarily roll. You're going to
After I get the circlet back, I get the circlet back on.
you do get the circlet back,
Okay.
but you throw the rock, and when you look back, the 3 dogs are not barking at you, but they have gone to what you assume to be their master. He is dressed in a dark black
I found
3-piece
Hades.
suit shock white hair, short and spiky.
Good. I'm in the underworld, and I'm not supposed to be, and that's never good.
James Woods.
Rutger Hauer.
I think
Oh
more
God, he
yeah.
also probably already hates me because I stole the owl back.
He doesn't. How much do you know about Hades?
I mean, a little.
He doesn't.
What's wrong, boys?
He'll get him
What do
eventually.
you see?
To narrate for the podcast, Tawny put her circlet back on and started hiding.
Hoot, hoot, hoot.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
They don't work in this plane.
You're just like, Verizon is good.
Yeah, I was gonna say if the cell phone company sponsored us, that you totally get reception in.
Hey, cell phone companies.
Is there
Talking to you.
is someone lost? Says Hades, Lord of the Underworld.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna pop my head up and be like, "Hey, hi, hello. I'm lost."
That's a really good idea, isn't it?
Why would you?
Clearly, you are, young
Not the
woman.
There was a whole Arete, she pushed me off of a thing and I fell down here. And I'm supposed to be in
there
the
was a
halls of
bus.
healing. So hey, hi, I'm Quinn Elliott. It's nice to meet you. You probably already knew that because like you're Hades.
You can come down here, young lady. There is nothing to fear from me. I just don't
Hades
like
is the
to
OG.
raise my voice if I don't have to. It agitates poor Cerberus here.
I go down from the building. Oh god, Rob is making this really scary.
You're just talking to Hades, Lord of the Underworld. What are you scared of?
I mean, he's usually kind of chill, so he's like the chillest of all gods.
Yeah, he's chill.
Are worms.
So what did Arete do to you?
She pushed me off of there was a thing. There was like a path. It was a path. There was a path. I was walking on it. Hermes made the path, and then she pushed me, and I fell, and now I'm here. Cerberus seems really cute, but he scared me a little bit. And
You didn't have your circlet, did you?
it did fall off when I fell, but it's here now.
I see that. That's why we're speaking, and Cerberus is not tearing out your arteries in alphabetical order.
This is good.
It's what he likes to do. I have trained him well, too
That's
well.
lovely.
It's been a very long time since I've had the company of a mortal in my realm. It is nice to see you. It is nice to have someone to talk to.
Don't eat the pomegranate.
Would you like this palm juice? I think it's great.
Instead, you're like, here's a Twix bar.
So I just wonder, is there any way you could help me get to the halls of healing? Because I'm supposed to be. I was recruited by Mademoiselle Arete to
Let me tell you something about the Arete.
Oh yes, please do.
There is a reason they do not have mortal friends. They always are led to ruin.
They are, or their friends are.
Oh, the Arete are divine. They can weather the storm. But their friends? Their friends always end up in the worst shape when I finally come across them.
Well, I mean, they probably hang out with people like me, and we do stupid things. So you're gonna catch me eventually. So.
Oh, I know. I'm sorry. I should have laughed. That was a joke.
So Hades,
I've been trying so hard not to laugh this entire time. Oh my god.
Hades sounds real hot, everyone.
He's the best. He's my fucking
I
favorite.
imagine he's very like I was going for kind of a Rutger Hauer in Blade Runner sort of a look, but also maybe a little bit of Hugo Weaving too.
Oh, yeah.
I've been trying to get Sparrow all like chill this
It's like I'm shifting labels,
and
but instead
you're
of labels, it's
fucking with
boners.
me.
Like, it's
Who's got a mail?
so you need me to take you to where you're supposed to be.
I mean, is that a thing you can do? I know, like, I mean, we read in school that you're not supposed to go up to Mount Olympus, but, I'm sorry, did I strike a nerve? Oh, God. What about Persephone? Can Persephone help me? She sounds really chill.
We are going through some things right now.
Oh.
If you need to return to the halls of healing, all I have to do is touch your circlet.
Oh.
And you will be returned.
Okay.
Is that all right?
Sure.
His consent is very important.
Rob is very slowly reaching out towards Tawny.
Oh, God.
And you're back in the halls of healing.
Oh.
Hey!
Oh.
You guys, Sparrow's back.
Took you a while.
You seem cold.
What happened?
Yeah, like I think kind of
Yeah.
like a liquid nitrogen sort of effect
Yeah.
is dripping off of her.
It's cool. Nothing. There was a flash and I'm here now.
You saw Hades.
And Hermes shows up. Guys, I got bad news. I could not find. I think she might be dead. Oh, good. Hi.
You're so good at your job, it's godlike.
He is really good at his
You're
job.
here.
Thanks.
Good job, man.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt your cool detective stuff. I gotta go.
Bye. Wait, oh, I forgot to give him this new chemistry book. Oh, well.
That was really nice of him to bring it back.
Yeah. It was definitely Hermes. He did all the work there.
That was
Um,
close. It was actually Hades.
No.
You met Hades?
No.
You did hang up on your mom.
Wait, but there was no way that we would know, right?
Yeah, how would she know?
I could tell probably from the cold.
Roll
I
for
mean,
it.
if not, yeah, I could try to assess the situation. I guess.
No, I
I'm pretty
you
sure with
know-
how
I
freaked
think
out
you know
she was.
enough God stuff that like if anyone else was like you met Hades, I'd be like no, yes.
I feel also because of how freaked out she was when
Yeah.
she got back, I was like, okay, she probably met a god. She came back frosted, so it was
Not
probably
naked,
the
so it wasn't
underworld.
Zeus.
Yeah,
Oh,
she was
God.
not drunk, so it wasn't Dionysus.
Yeah.
She wasn't horny, so it wasn't Aphrodite.
Yeah.
She didn't have new weapons, so it wasn't Hephaestus.
Right.
Damn it.
Yeah, why can you push me off in his neighborhood?
Yeah, we should have fallen into the forge. That's what I was worried about, actually. When you hit asphalt, I was like, Hephaestus. Yeah.
I think I'm just kind of like, so, where were we?
I was gonna ask. This is Aspen.
Yes, and the tree like bows to you. And...
Hey.
Maybe you could get some healing from her after we're done for the shock.
I'm fine.
Okay.
No, she is fine. If she was protected in the cradle of Lord Hades, she would not be any more damaged going in as she was coming out. Unless Cerberus got to her. But it would be very obvious if that happened.
I didn't meet Hades or something.
Sure.
You called
Don't worry
me
about it.
Hannah?
Oh. What?
Is that not your name?
Not
To
that-
truly heal someone, I must be able to know their complete person. And that begins with the name.
I've never had one.
Everyone has a name. Even if it's the one that they only know in their hearts.
Aspen would know. How many people name a tree?
I don't know. Okay.
Yeah, I know. You don't have to point to Tawny. I know Tawny names trees.
His name is Arthur. He's a bonsai.
Well, Aspen, I guess we're here to find out where I went and when.
When you say that, she starts to shake and her leaves start to turn once again.
Wait, don't. Aspen, wait. It's
You
obvious.
should explain to them why I can't help.
Thank you, Aspen. She turns back into a tree.
Oh, God. Okay.
The only way Aspen. Sorry, Figment. Go ahead.
It's semi-unrelated.
Yeah. Is it now that you want to say it?
So there's magical grapes I feed to heal people. Is that what I heard last time? Or something like that?
We've talked about like ambrosia and stuff like that.
Is there some around I can steal?
Oh, Jesus.
Well, I think that I feel like you can absolutely do that. I feel like that stealing magical stuff from Olympus is definitely unleashing your powers here a little bit.
Okay. It could be useful.
This is a bad call.
Or is it the best call?
It could turn out really well for you in the end.
It's a 9 plus 2.
11.
11.
All right.
An entire bunch of grapes.
Yeah, you're just kind of like, hey, I don't know what the blink, and then you stick it into Cape, and Cape just kind of folds it.
It's the Goodyear blimp.
What in the world could that be?
Aspen, as you could see, was being hurt by trying to recall the memory.
Right.
She could only have been blocked like that from some sort of divine power.
So a god had to do that.
So you're saying a god smuggled her out?
A god or a divine creature.
Like,
And Stray and I are divine as well. So it could have even been another demigod.
Can you mess with our memories?
That's not within my particular skill set, but my skill set is not the skill set of every demigod out there. Even if it is the best. And I wink. Trying to lighten the mood from that not great news that I just delivered.
There's like a little cupid above your head that goes ding.
Yeah.
The triangle.
So if we
so
you go.
I just what I mean, obviously there are gods that are less than morally good or whatever. So like maybe we can start running down those leads and figure out who might want to mess with Halcyon City and like our realm.
I can say that a god should not have been able to take her out of Elysium. There's a covenant that they have with the mortal realm in themselves that keeps the gods here.
Yeah, but like if you read the myths and legends and things, there are gods who act outside of those precepts, right? So like maybe this is one of those. And they're
They
like
did.
Crash!
Oh, God. And I say
There is
they
a
did.
bolt of lightning,
You are having a
And
day.
I think I just go, holy shit.
and there before you stands Zeus. Who dost thou claim not to honor the covenant, mortal?
I don't think I named any names. I
You
was
spoke
just...
of the gods, and it doth reach mine ear.
Ooh,
In my realm.
he's gonna make you carry a boulder up a hill forever.
I did but mention, sir.
Dost thou mock my speech?
Nope. Been reading some Shakespeare. Hey, I feel like we got off on the wrong foot. I'm Quinn Elliott. It is lovely to be here. Yeah.
Chip your waitress.
Can you call off your breath?
Why dost thou bring mortals into my realm?
Hello, grandfather. They've arrived because our charge Helix, Hannah here, was within the halls of healing. But she was removed from Elysium by someone we know not.
Thievery.
Yes.
In my realm.
Yes, grandfather. We're here to solve this issue and bring it to your attention immediately once we have the answer.
No. If someone has stolen things in my realm, I will find out who did it, and I will find out, and I will punish them accordingly. Mortals do not meddle in the realm of the gods, just as we do not meddle in your affairs anymore. This is the covenant of which I speak.
Grandfather, the reason that we came here was because of Antistrea and the fact that
Yes, I
Hannah-
spoke to her, and I voiced my displeasure with her as well.
Yes,
And
Grand-
he, how does he do this? She is proving to be less and less worthy of my blood by the day. I hope that you do not make the mistakes that she does.
Of course not, grandfather.
And if you wish to continue to use my blood for the good of your mortal friends, you will leave at once.
Understood.
He is also trying to influence you.
Yeah, I figured. I figured.
He is increasing your danger, and he is lowering your savior.
What do I use savior for?
Saving people?
I'm.
Because he's also basically like, what he's doing here is he's reminding you, like, you are a badass demigod. What are you doing hanging out with a bunch of mortals?
He did.
Yeah, for fuck's sake. For fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Literally. Because it's Zeus. Anyhow.
I would like to yell at him.
You're going to yell at him?
Yeah.
Cool, do it.
Oh, while she's looking that up?
Well, yeah, are you resisting or no?
You said it was danger up and savior down?
Savior down.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. Are you thrown down with Zeus?
Well, first I'll throw it down with Arite.
Okay.
So you're just gonna let him walk all over you?
I don't think it's any of your business.
Of course it's my business. I was here for an undetermined amount of time, and somebody stole me from this place, and it was 100% a god. So of course, this is why we are in Elysium right now. What do you mean it's not my business?
If somebody should be looking into this and Zeus is taking it upon himself, it will get resolved.
So, just as a pause,
Yeah.
you have influence over.
You do.
I do.
So there are a couple of things you can do here.
Mm-hmm.
Change her labels.
You can try to shift her labels just like Zeus did, or you can also surrender their influence to either inflict a condition on them, give them +2 on a move they just made, which doesn't really fit here, or take an additional +1 on a move targeting them, which also doesn't really fit here. That's if you surrender that influence.
No, I don't want to give up the card. But I want...
It doesn't mean you can't get it back.
But if you want to try to shift her labels, you can tell her what you want to do to...
Okay, I guess I should.
So
Which one are you, Orange?
Yeah.
So from so if you're shifting her labels, what labels are you trying to move here?
I want to move her mundane up.
Right, because you're like, yeah, you hang out with mortals. We're all mortals here.
Yeah, like you're...
I like that you're pre-rolling to resist this.
She's picking which
I'm
dice
picking
to
a new
keep.
die.
Your humanity is what makes you special. That's Danielle saying that. Helix would never be so eloquent.
Stop being a dick or I'll punch you. That's more Helix's ride.
So I want to move her mundane up, and I think move her danger down.
Ooh.
I will resist that.
Ooh.
Okay. So So I think what I'll say is, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot what I said last before.
It was really good.
Okay, cool. Okay, I'm sure I said something.
About how it is your business because you were
Yeah,
and
kidnapped.
got stolen by
right,
God.
you said that if it was you were here for an undetermined amount of time, that a god took you out, and that's the whole reason why we're here.
yeah, and it's your business too.
I'm rejecting.
Okay.
Okay. That is a 7.
That's just a straight up 7.
Yes.
So you can clear a condition or mark potential by immediately acting to prove them wrong. You shift one label up, one label down, your choice. Or you cancel their influence and take +1 forward against them.
I'm going to shift.
So I still keep this then?
Yeah.
I'm going to actually shift my mundane down. And
Are you reversing it and pushing your danger up? Like, oh yeah, well, F you!
We were just about to be friends at the beginning of this episode.
And look what happened.
Yeah.
I love this game so much.
As soon as we go over to your house.
Yeah. Yeah, Helix is like, I remember something. I hate you.
and I'll actually shift my superior up.
Okay.
Of course.
Because she says the invitation to Elysium was granted by my aunt. I didn't think it was a good idea to come here in the first place. As you'll have seen, we already haven't been able to find out anything further. The only person that can break this hold on the Dryads is my grandfather. As the leader of Elysium and the gods of Olympus.
You didn't want to come, why didn't you just stay home?
Because you wouldn't have been able to get here without me.
No, we have your aunt. She can drive too.
We will take the investigation from here.
Well, hey, like, if you need any help from anyone, like, we're gonna be...
Yes, grandfather.
Is there any place you want me to drop you off? As a lightning bolt starts to appear in his hand.
I'm going to try to put down the grapes before we leave. After the Zeus speech about that.
You're like, yeah, I got the... No, I got the...
I found these.
I was actually waiting to say that after Zeus left, but if he's taking us directly,
Somebody
beforehand.
ate like
Yeah.
4. I don't know. What asshole would do that?
Yeah.
Can you not throw us down in a lightning bolt? That doesn't sound
Our
like it would
aviary,
feel
please.
good. Oh my god!
Actually, it's, oh my, kaboom! God! And you're back in the aviary.
That was a hell of a thing.
This has been a day, you guys. What day is it?
That's the same question I've been asking all day.
I write out a note to my aunt and send it out to Olympus.
Okay. What does the note say?
Aunt Estrella, please call me immediately when you return.
Well, I'm gonna storm away.
Mm-hmm. There.
Well, I think after God, that's when we cut to our
Various.
cutscene finale, where
Did we
It's-
play her the video?
Huh?
Did we play her the video?
no, this is somewhere else.
Oh.
It's actually darkness, and you start to hear the music coming out of what sounds like a tinny old record player, and eventually, it's distorted and it's weird, and eventually, it comes in as Mr. Sandman. Bring me a dream. Make him the cutest that I've ever seen. See, I'm speaking these lyrics, so we don't. But it's the and the camera cuts to one of the buildings in the dark version of Halcyon City that Quinn was in.
The darkest timeline.
This necropolis Halcyon. And the camera cuts to a set of old elevator doors that open, and Hades steps out, and he removes his overcoat and his suit jacket as he walks through this ruined old building, and like he drops them, and Cerberus behind him like picks up and like hangs them, and picks this one up and hangs it. And he rolls up his sleeves to reveal grayed hands and veiny arms. And he opens a final door where he is met with a strange green glow. And he smiles. And he says, "What song can you sing for me, my dear?" As the last panel reveals him to be talking to the helix that he stole from Elysium, trapped inside one of the tubes from her vision earlier in the episode.
Ow, boy!
And that is the end of our first episode of Masks Past Tense. We'll be back in just a few moments with our very exciting back pages to talk about what sort of changes to characters that we've all made. We'll be back in just a few moments. So tune in, please. And we are back for our first back pages of season 2 of Masks. How you guys feeling?
There's a fly.
Are you back to be? Happy to be back in Halcyon City?
I'm still 500% hyped, Rob.
You can't curse my trees, Rob.
I can just be on Mount Olympus forever.
Nope. It is dope as hell.
Yeah,
Nope.
the sweet as shit. Well,
So
Sparrow didn't have a
what do we remember?
Everything.
You'll remember
Okay.
everything from the experience.
Does Sparrow remember the part without her circlet on? Or does it get choppy now?
I think we'll have to figure out that.
I wasn't necessarily on Mount Olympus anymore.
I mean, it's still the realm of the god.
Still the
Let's figure it
Pharaoh.
out.
Yeah.
I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We'll see how her dice luck
Fucking
holds
fade.
up as she keeps chucking dice into her dice jail.
Have you been marking down your potential, Tawny?
I haven't failed anything.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's right. That's true.
For as much
Yeah, that's true.
Y'all
As-
threw me into some shit.
as much
Literally,
You
but I
threw
haven't
yourself
failed
into
anything.
As
couple
much-
of
She
things.
tossed me off the thing.
into her as
And
much
then you
foot
commented, "Did
in
I
the
fall
mouth
off?"
Sparrow
No one
had
else
this session. She didn't actually fail any rolls.
failed
Yeah,
no
that's
rolls.
true.
Despite the fact that you like fought with your mom.
Well, that's all stuff that you don't necessarily have to roll.
Yeah.
Okay, so before we get into the specifics of the end of session move, I do want to talk to our audience a little bit and talk about the how this came to be. We didn't do a full-on session 0 for this season because I don't necessarily know that we necessarily needed to do it. For me, part of the session 0 experience is that you get to watch us make the characters and engage with the mechanics, and that's part of the game experience, is making the characters. We did get together and talk a little bit about storyline and a little bit about experiences that they wanted to have and a little about experiences that I wanted to do. And I even specifically asked them if they wanted me to reveal the big bad beforehand, and they were like, no. And I don't know, was that the right call? Are you happy that you found out
Yes.
on
Yes.
camera and are like, that son of a bitch?
Yeah.
Because it's funny because there's still characters who are like, I still kind of want to make out with him a little bit.
He's related to me, so not me.
Oh, come on.
Oh,
in
come on.
Greek
He's
mythology,
like-
that's like
Yeah,
He's
Greek
like my
that's like barely a speed bump.
uncle.
So
In Greek mythology,
we
yeah,
did
that's right.
discuss
That's true.
some story points, but I think that's an important thing to do as a game master is to make sure that you don't have to reveal everything, but it's also good to take time and touch base with your players and say, okay, what elements you want to explore this season or in the next couple of games.
I, for one, was really happy when we discussed how I'm actually going to be the overall leader throughout the season.
No.
And everyone,
JK,
That was not a discussion.
and
that was
everyone
had.
totally agreed
So
to
what I
it
think
while
is
Tawny was in the bathroom. So
Tony's real lucky that none of our characters were there to witness that clusterfuck of a conversation she was having.
You weren't there.
I know.
You
That's
don't
what I'm
know.
saying.
Is there air?
So what's interesting is that this kind of kicks off a where I shouldn't say kick off because but we are exploring a lot of mythology this year. And
For real.
did you not just realize that until
I mean,
just
kind
now?
of like, yeah.
I think it's going to be fun. I
Yeah.
think remixing and playing with mythology is a wonderful element of tabletop games because there's a reason those stories have existed for thousands of years, and it's fun to like put your own spin on it or encounter those characters. It'll be interesting for me to make sure that I have different characterizations, or maybe I won't, of the characters that we encounter here, because obviously with dealing with Olympus and all that stuff, that means that the mythology that Arete comes from is going to be a larger chunk of our story. But I want to make sure that those characters are distinct for if and when they encounter them in Aegon, which is a direct shot at Greek mythology. Or, although on the other hand, they're gods, maybe those are the same gods that are dealing with the ones. And
Crossover!
we do some weird crossover stuff. I guess it all depends on how quickly I decide I want to do a Gilbert Gottfried voice for Zeus. So, let's. I'm the god of lightning. So,
I will smite you.
smite.
See, I got a lightning bolt in my hand.
Everyone has tried to tell
Yeah.
the card who at this table.
Like, I'm sure Tony's gonna be like, and then for some reason, everybody turned off the episode at this point, and I don't know why. I listened to it and I understood why. So let's make the end of session move. Now, at the end of every session, the characters make this end of session move based on how they felt that they grew as a character. So at the end of every session, you have to choose whether you grew closer to the team, you grew into your own image of yourself, or you grew away from the team. So who... Oh, well, as they're considering this, I also want to let our fans know that we did make some advancements in the off season, partially because I think that helps to show the flow of time and when we catch up with these characters that they've evolved and grown, but also because I want to make sure that we still get to the later end game elements of masks, because I think sometimes that's difficult to achieve with the short series. We don't necessarily get to play that deep into the growth of characters, which is one of the most fun things about these experiences is, oh, my character used to be this guy, but then they grew into this guy. And even in a game like Masks, which is all about defining yourself and finding your identity, I think it's key to explore those elements. So have I talked long enough for people to figure out what they want to make? The way they want to make?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's start with Danielle. Is it? That's.
Yeah. No, I've actually changed my name. It's Eleanor now.
Oh. Okay, so Danielle,
Danielle.
can you?
Please don't. My name is Danielle. Okay. I don't think that I grew closer to the team because everyone's confused.
Right, I agree.
I don't think that I grew into the image of myself. In fact, I probably grew away from the image of myself.
All right.
So I would assume that I grew apart from the team.
Okay, so explain why you feel detached.
I don't know. We're just having some relationship problem. No. Well, these two stuck up for me, and that was nice. But then you didn't at the end. She switched,
I mean, who were we talking to?
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
Listen,
At the end
some
of the
people
day,
have
yeah.
jerk grandpas, and you just gotta be like, listen, go fishing. I'll talk
I
to you
mean,
later.
I agreed with him.
I don't think this counts for OK Boomer because he's like.
Well,
1,006
he's
years
okay.
old.
Boomer!
He's fucking Zeus.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no, I don't feel like I'm on solid ground as a person or as a super.
So, take influence over you away from another character. So, who has influence over
Nobody.
nobody? Oh. Hmm.
She's been gone for a year.
Is there an adult character that you want to take influence away?
You already took it from Owl.
No, she still has influence. I just have +1 against her.
I thought you also took influence from her.
No, because you
I succeeded in not taking
right, but
her
you
influence.
cancel their influence, which means
Yeah.
that she no longer has influence over
Oh,
you.
that's permanent?
Yes, until she gets it again.
Oh shit. Okay,
Yeah.
I need to write that down. Oh, who do I want?
I feel like
Zeus?
what?
Zeus?
It could
were
be
you
Zeus. I could
feeling?
also see
Anti-Arete?
anti-Arete, because you're like they're all the same. They all just
Adults, man.
Yeah, they or
She just fell in line with what Zeus instructed.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I thought Zeus didn't want me to come to Elysium.
He didn't want any of us in Elysium.
Yeah, but
He said-
Anti-Arete insisted.
Well, she just did it.
Yeah.
She didn't ask. She just did it, and then now we were kicked out. But you didn't see, Antistrea after that, so you could take your own conclusions based off of that, right?
I think so.
That's true. Okay, so
Do
then,
that?
yeah, neither White Owl nor Estrella have influence over me anymore.
Yeah, that's
Oof.
great. I love it
Mm-hmm.
because you're not the boss of me. All right. Speaking
Yeah.
of bosses, the leader of the group.
Hi.
All right.
What's
so,
up?
She did a great leading.
She outdrew you,
Yeah.
so
I don't need to prove that I'm the leader.
Uh-huh. I want to say I grew closer to the team because I would like to get rid of condition, but I know that's not true, so I grew into my image of myself. I think Sparrow was just so much more assertive than I even planned on her being this season. Things just worked out in such a different way
you got
than
into
I
a
was
fight
expecting.
with your mom. You got into a
Yeah.
fight with
Shit went weird.
You got into a fight with like a lot of people. So you're like, I'm the boss. I totally see
Yeah.
that. You're gonna shift labels. What do you think
Yeah.
you're gonna shift here?
I think I'm gonna put danger back up because I'm living dangerously. Whoops. So yeah, danger back up 1, and I think I want to pull mundane down
Okay.
because, I mean, I went to Elysium. I have a serious crush on Hades. None of that's fucking normal.
So,
Wait, is it though?
Listen, we all watched Hercules in 1986.
I didn't have a crush on that Hades.
Your girl probably had more of a crush on. No, I didn't watch Hercules. I watched Zenas.
Oh.
He still showed up.
Animated show.
Oh.
I think you've seen that one.
Yeah. Didn't have a crush on that Hades. No.
No, but that's Phil.
So what I also found interesting is during our story meeting was that I had kind of envisioned this idea of, okay, I have to come up with some custom moves because I wanted people to redistribute their influence because a year had passed and that was going to shift, and the crew basically did it themselves, and I didn't really have to like moderate it at all. And that was just a really cool feeling of like, oh, you guys understand your characters enough that you're like, no, I know that you influence me, but I don't influence you, and I didn't have to like crack down or enforce it. So thank you, I really appreciate that. Ethan, let's go to you. Or we can go to someone else.
I want to say I grew closer to the team because everyone's fucked up.
You're like, wait a minute.
And now it's real obvious.
Yeah, it's becoming more obvious that like I always thought of myself as
The fucked up
the
one.
fucked up one.
We're all
So who do you think? So instead of explain who made you feel welcome, who do you think is the most fucked up on the team besides you?
Well, this was the first time I saw personal stuff from Sparrow, and
Okay.
I assumed there was a nice normal home life because you're the only person with a normal home situation.
Yeah. No, yeah. Ish.
And
Normal-ish.
Yeah.
And wrong.
in comparison to everyone else here.
Yeah.
It's still pretty normalish compared
Yeah.
to everybody else.
Yeah, but
still, yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So give influence to
Too
that
late.
character.
I already have it.
I already have it.
So go ahead.
And then clear condition or mark potential.
Okay.
If you would get another influence card from the same character, instead immediately shift one of their labels up and one of their labels down of my choice.
Do it.
Oh, so she gets to pick some label shifting?
So because I've made you feel more normal, I feel like I should push your mundane up and your freak down.
Okay.
I don't know what that does to your playbook, but it makes sense to me.
Makes perfect sense to me.
Oof.
Ooh. Sorry, brah.
You get to... Yeah, I should really collect playbooks and see where people are maxed out so I can really push some buttons next time. Because that's one of the dirty secrets of the Masks GM is that you should be aware of when your players are maxed out on a label, because that's when you can really... Because that's when they really have to like sit there and go, ooh, do I really want to push this influence away? Because if they don't, they are going to get some conditions.
Mhm.
So, dirty GM playbook. So, did you clear condition or did you mark potential?
Mark potential.
Okay. Let's go to Horizon.
I didn't have a super eventful episode, but I think that if I had to choose any of them, I would probably choose Grow Closer to the Team because Arete got to show me her home, which I never, A, never saw before, and B, never thought I'd see.
Okay. So give influence to her.
I got an influence.
And then
Really?
clear condition or mark potential.
I will mark potential.
Okay. And let's go to Arete. Last and certainly not least.
So this was a bit of a difficult one. But I think because like this was a big episode where so much was shown of Arete that nobody had seen before, but I think she grew away from the team. She was already kind of feeling detached in the interim like months between the ending of season 1 and this. You know, it's been a lot of training and sort of not mistrusting actively from the team, but having doubts about who would be the person that falls into the fate that we've seen for the future. And I think initially she was sort of like, Helix probably is the one we don't have to worry about right now, and we owe her anyways. And if there was any way to make this a better situation and make it less likely to be Helix, it would be by supporting her and everything now. But now she's been ordered to stay out of it,
Okay.
which is very difficult to disobey because that's where her power stems from.
So, whom are you taking take influence over you away from another character?
The only person to do it too is Danielle. I know. Well, that's part of it too, right? Like all of that support I was supposed to be showing you is...
Yeah, you kind of pushed it away there.
Done.
Well, it's not even that she
Yeah.
pushed it away too. It's that I
Yeah.
started to close it off because I'm not allowed to help anymore.
Yeah, you chose your family
quote,
line over
Mhm.
your friends at
Yeah.
this present time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which
Don't worry, we'll get back to it.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And that will happen in our next episode. So be sure to come back and see episode 2 of our season 2, Masks Past Tense, where we're going to dive into more of the mystery of what happened to Helix, as well as a bunch of other storylines we've got coming for you that I'm really excited to explore. So until then, this is
Tawny P. Thompson.
Ethan Eichset Anderson.
Danielle Bryn.
Jordan Fishburne.
Tony Cheek.
And as always, our Lord of the Board, Brad Davies.
Woo!
For all of us, this is Rob Wieland reminding you that, repeat to yourself, it's just a game. I should really just relax.